720p. What the hell's going on here? All right, let's see if anybody comes in here. I haven't been live for like, I don't even know when the last time I went live was. I forgot. You know what? While I wait for people to come in here, if people even come in here, I'm going to pull up. Hopefully I can find this stuff that I wanted to show you guys. Breaking news. Yuri Buchanan fired from MSP. Ooh. I heard he got relocated. The hammer is coming down on the people here. Hey, Anastasia. Good morning, Andy Cruz. How you doing? Hold on a second. I'm actually looking for something. I went down a weird rabbit hole the other night on the internet. So I want to... Oh, man, I wonder if I'm going to be able to find this even. Oh, Lord. Let's see if I can find this. In the meantime, how's everybody doing? I'm doing fantastic. Just sweating my balls off. My imaginary balls. Is this it? I think this is it. Oh, that was easier to find than I thought it was going to be. Hold on a second. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Yeah, this is it. Okay. All right. Okay. I got to show you guys something. But we'll wait for a few more people. Oh my god. It's just like muggy and fucking... Ugh, it's disgusting. Yesterday was even worse. I blow dried my hair and I was like, why am I even bothering? It's just gonna frizz out like the second I walk out the door. Which my hair doesn't really get frizzy, like typical frizz. It just gets like, I don't know how to explain it. It just looks like shit. But my hair kind of always looks like shit. So it's just the way it is. How is everybody doing? I'm doing great. Just hanging out. Oh, girl, I haven't done my hair in 2 weeks. It's clean, but I'm not styling it. Yeah. I tried using, I bought my son this, like, it is the cutest little blow dryer ever for Christmas because he's, like, all about his hair right now. I think that's a phase that kids go through because I kind of remember going through the same thing when I was young. Like, I got really into my fucking hair for some reason. But I think I was a little younger than he was, which is probably typical of girls, right? Like, I wanted my bangs done. So he's going through the hair phase right now where he's just, like, obsessed with his hair. And it's kind of funny because I noticed traits in Jesse that I feel like were passed down from, like, my parents. But, like, it's almost like my parents' way of, like, showing themselves, you know what I'm saying, through him. Because my dad was obsessed with his hair. Like, my dad's hair was perfect all the time. Perfect. He had, like, the 50s fucking Paulie Walnuts do. And, like, and he had it his whole life. The same hairstyle. He never changed his hairstyle. And, dude, like, he would not walk out of the house. I mean, he wouldn't even let us see him with his hair not combed. Like, that's how fucking, like, anal he was about his hair. He literally woke up in the morning and the first thing he did was comb his hair into place, and he came out of the bathroom like that. So it almost, like, looked like he walked out just with perfect hair. Like, it was like it never moved, you know? I would see him once in a blue moon if he, like, woke up in the middle of the night. I'd see his hair, like, all fucked up. But it was fucking done all the time, his hair. Always. Weekends, it didn't matter. And I feel like he, like, passed that gene down to Jesse somehow. And then my mom's gift to him is his obsession with food. Because my mom loved food. And he is the same way. Like, he's the same way. We call him Carol sometimes, like, joking around. We're like, all right, Carol. Because, like, he, like, just loves food. Like, more than the average person. Like, me, I always used to tell my mom, like, you live to eat, I eat to live. Like, because I don't care what I eat. I just need to eat something just so I'm not hungry. Like, she, like... You know, food was a very big, it's part of the Italian culture. So it was a very big, it was her love language, my mom. That was her thing. It was her, you know, that was her art. That was her happy place was, you know, making food, talking about food. and shopping for food, like everything. And Jesse's the same way. So it's just kind of funny how these little things. But anyway, back to the blow dryer. I bought him this little blow dryer because he wants to style his hair in this, like, I don't know, whatever. He doesn't understand how hair works yet, so I have to like try to teach him because he wants curl, like not curly, he wants like wavy hair, like so he could like fluff it up. I don't know. They're doing these like weird flip hairstyles. They call it ice cream hair. It's I hate it personally, but you know, it's like what the kids are into. So he I told him, I'm like, you need a diffuser. Well, I didn't tell him, his stylist, his hair guy told him. So I bought him this little mini, it's so cute, little bedhead blow dryer. It's like a tiny one because I first of all I didn't want him handling my $200 fucking shark blow dryer, so I was like, here, you know, I'll get your own. But it's also better for like a kid hand because I feel like it's not as heavy and it, you know, he can maneuver it, he can wrap his hand around it better. It's just like smaller for him. It's actually pretty powerful. I tried using it yesterday and I was like quite shocked. But I tried doing the diffuser yesterday because I was like trying to like scrunch my hair up, but my hair doesn't do that. I don't know what I was thinking. So it really came out a mess because I don't have a diffuser on my blow dryer. I do have this fucking attachment, dude. I don't know what this thing does on my blow dryer, but it's like magical. It like literally, I can't, hold on. Let me see if I can show you guys. I'll show you on here. Oh, what the hell's the name of my blow dryer? This thing does something. Like if you have frizzy hair, I don't have frizz per se. I have a lot of dead ends because my hair is bleached. But it smooths down your hair like fucking magic. And it's like so much less damaging than using a flattening iron. So it kind of gives you the same effect as a flattening iron, only it looks better to me in a sense. But hold on, I gotta think of the name of my blow dryer. I forgot the name of it. Blow dryer. Let's see. I don't know what the fuck this thing does, but it's a little tricky. Oh, here it is. Okay, I have the. Oh no, this isn't the blow dryer I have, but it's the same attachment. So, and it came with my blow dryer. I don't have this flex thing. I think that's what I meant to like ask for, but I got the wrong one. But I love my blow dryer. It's amazing. But hold on a second. Let me wait for this to load up because it's taking forever. It's the same exact attachment. So what the fuck? It's taking forever. So I'll share it in a second. Hold on. Okay, we're spinning. Doesn't sound as bad as when my grandsons had their hair longer and in their face. No, that's what it is, Miss Blue. It's like in his face. In fact, I just made him get a haircut the other day because I was like, as soon as it starts covering his eyeballs, I'm like, no. I want to see your eyes. All right, hold on. Let me share this. And maybe you guys will understand what I'm talking about here. Finally able to catch you live. Well, welcome, Jeremy. Jeremy. Greetings from, Alberta, Canada. Welcome, welcome. All right. This is, oops, this is the wrong one. What the fuck, dude? Oh, all right. Oh my god, my computer really sucks. I need a cut so bad. My hair is like straw from the sun. My hair is like straw from the fucking what do you call it? Bleach. All right, hold on a second. I don't want this. All right, so it looks like this. No, it didn't come with a diffuser because it came with all different attachments. It came with a brush. This isn't the one I have, just to let you know. Mine's a different shark, but same concept. Except this one has the curling iron attachment and the diffuser. I should have got this one. I don't know if it's like good for like blow drying though. Maybe next year. Anyway, it has this, okay? And this is a frizz fighter. And let me just tell you, whatever the fuck this thing does, it like directs the air around this like coil thing. And it's fucking crazy how smooth it makes your hair look, dude. I don't know how it works. It's just fucking magic. I did it the other night. We went out and I was like, let me try this thing. I haven't tried it in a really long time. It almost makes your hair so shiny that it looks greasy. It's weird. Like I'm like, oh, you know, like you kind of have to brush it out afterwards to like give it the volume back because it does like flatten your hair a little bit, but my hair is already pretty flat. So, but whatever this fucking thing does, dude, it's just unbelievable. Like, no amount of flat ironing or brushing is going to give you the result that this thing gives you. It just literally lays all the hair straight down. And it fucking just looks perfect. And it makes your hair look so shiny. And it's like, what I love about it is because I bleach my hair, because, you know, I'm going gray and I don't want to be dyeing my hair every couple of weeks, you know. I what do you call it? I like it. I try to reduce the amount of heat that I put on my hair. So I try not to, like, you know, use a lot of styling tools like flat irons and shit, which I don't really need a flat iron because my hair is like pinned straight anyway. Like, it's funny because I tried scrunching it yesterday and like some of the pieces get wavy and then some of them just don't, like my bangs and stuff, like the shorter pieces on the top of my head. And it's so funny. I just like had to run a brush through my hair and my hair was straight again. It's just, it sucks, but I've always had like pin straight hair. So anyway, yeah. So if you're, you know, if you have frizzy hair though, I would love to see this on somebody who has like super curly frizzy hair and how this thing works on their hair. Because for me, it doesn't, you know, do the same thing. You bought an old crimper, like the little ones. I have like one of the big crimping tools and they're pretty cool. I like mine. It's like a waver. It's not a crimper. It's not really technically considered a crimper. It's like a waving tool. I use that sometimes in the summer. I just like don't like putting heat on my hair because it's damaged enough and thin enough that I really just like don't like to lose any more of it. But anyway, all right. So the other day, I went down this kind of like, I've been watching this girl. I forget the name of her channel. And, you know, oh my God, this douchebag. Hold on, let me share this tab. So I'm watching, not this girl. I was watching her videos, but I don't go on TikTok that much. I don't know if you guys do, but I'm not like a big TikToker. I can't talk. Is it Prime Day? Ooh, I have some stuff I need on Amazon. Thanks for letting me know. I think it's till the 11th, right? All right, so I'm not the biggest TikToker out there. I don't really go on TikTok unless people share links with me. But, dude, this guy right here, by the way, this fucking clown that I have in the corner, I was watching his video and I had to turn it off because this guy's such a fucking idiot. He still thinks there's a chance that Brian Koberger's innocent. I'm like, dude, he pled guilty to... Like, what do you not understand? He pled guilty to life in prison. He's never going to get out of prison. Like, I'm sorry. What innocent person is going to do that? No innocent person is going to be like, you know what? I'm just going to take a plea deal for life in prison. You might take a plea deal for like, oh, which happens. It does happen. People take plea deals for lessened sentences where they'll be like, okay, yeah, I'm going to take 5 years, right? Just because I don't want to take my chances and get 20 years. So I'll just do the 5 years or whatever it is, right? So people do plea when they're innocent in certain situations. This is not one of them, okay? You're not going to take your chance. You're not going to just take a plea deal and be like, you know what? I'm innocent, but I'm going to take life in prison. No, fuck that. You're going to fight your ass all the way to the end. You know, this tells me that they had, you know, enough evidence on this guy that there was just no defense for him. And at that point, and this is what happened in the Jodi Arias trial, Jodi Arias really didn't have an innocence defense because she was admitting to doing the crime, okay? She admitted to killing Travis Alexander. She tried doing like a self-defense, you know, kind of thing. But at the end of the day, her attorney wasn't trying to get her off or get her a lighter sentence. They were just trying to save her life from the death penalty. That's really what her case became about. So, and, you know, in Arizona, they do things a little differently. And I think those of you who followed the, I'm trying to think of what her name is now, trial, whatever. Oh my God, that crazy one. I can't think of her fucking name right now. Lori Daybell. If you're following that, then you know that, you know, they do two different kind of trials. It's really weird. They have like a separate trial for the penalty phase. And so in her penalty phase trial, they had a hung jury. And so they had to redo that part of the trial. It was crazy. So it was almost like they had to retry her again. But anyway, but they weren't trying to defend her. They were just like trying to get her off death row. That's really what the defense what was doing there. And that's pretty much what was going on in the Koberger case. You know, they knew at a certain point in time, I guess his attorneys had to realize that he wasn't, there's just no defense here, dude. Your DNA is there. There's just so much overwhelming evidence, even though a lot of it's circumstantial. When you put it all together, it's like, how are we gonna, make it that you're innocent? So I guess their thought process was, why go through this whole entire trial, right? Just to get him off death row, because that's really all we're doing, right? We're not fighting for innocence at this point. We're fighting for just to get him off death row, because there's no defense here. There's just overwhelming evidence. So what they did was, if he was willing to accept the plea deal, why not save, the taxpayers of Idaho thousands and millions of dollars, So that's what they ended up doing. This fucking idiot still thinks that there's a chance he's innocent. He's like, in this video, as you can see, I got halfway through it, and he's like talking about, oh, he looks more tan, and da, da, da. And I'm like, what does this have to do with anything? Like, what the fuck does this have to do with anything? What an idiot. This guy's such an idiot. Anyway, so that was my little fucking blurb on that. All right, so the other day, I get pushed a lot of content about, like, Kiki Chanel and, what's her name? What's that other girl's name? Chelsea. I'm trying to think of what her channel name is. I'm totally having brain farts. Anyway, they talk about a lot of MLMs, and now it seems like a lot of their content is shifting towards TikTok and the culture going on there, which it spreads out to Instagram and, even on YouTube here, right? With these influencers, they talk about influencer culture, and they have videos about, bad influencers, people who come on here, kind of like how we talk about, Laura and some of her egregious behavior. There's just like, I've watched so many videos about some of these people. I'm just like, how do you exist? Like these two sisters, okay, that went online, they showed their Christmas haul, and they're trying to present this life of like, oh, we're so rich, our parents buy us anything. So they go online and they're showing their Christmas haul, and it's all fake bags. It's all fake Chanel bags, fake this bag, whatever, right? And like they're showing it so quickly, but people who own the real things could look at the bags right away and be like, no, those are fake. So instead of just owning that they were fake, the girls come online and they're like, one of the sisters comes on and she's like, oh, I thought everybody who owns, designer stuff has fake and real. Like that was her excuse, But in the original video, she was presenting them as they were real, authentic bags. And so, like, instead of just owning it, that you're trying to present this lifestyle that's actually not your lifestyle, instead of just owning it, that's what she did. That's how she chose to handle it. Was like, oh, I thought everybody knew it was fake, like, which is not owning it, kind of like how Laura didn't own the CPS call. Like, she's just like, well, I did it, but you made me do it, And now she's running with a whole new narrative that I did something to her kids. Okay, that's her new narrative now, is that I did something to her children, or I somehow, which is bullshit, because I have her saying just days after the call that I never attacked her children. So I'm like, why are you doing that? Why are you saying this now all of a sudden? It doesn't, all right, let's just say, even if I talked about Laura's children, even if I talked this shit about them and I said something to the effect of like, oh, your kids are ugly, let's just say, which I didn't, but let's just say I did. Does that justify committing a fucking crime? Does that justify you calling the authorities on me? Okay. And like me talking shit, I still just can't wrap my head around this. Between her and her alter ego Burgundy, or her friend Burgundy, they keep like trying to like come up with these scenarios where it's like, oh, well, you did this. Burgundy Blues thing is that they keep trying to push is that I went live about Laura every day for 5 hours a day. Same thing that Laura tries pushing. And like, all you have to do is go back on my fucking channel and you can see that I was live probably more frequently than I am now, but not every day, right? And even before the CPS call, like, I talked about Laura, but like, if you go back and look at each one of my lives in the days leading up to her, she's never the topic for the entire fucking live stream, Yeah, do I talk, like, I can't deny talking shit about her. I definitely ripped on her, dude. Like, I ripped on her fucking candles. I ripped on her furniture. I talked shit about her. Yes, I did. But like, does that, no matter how you slice it, does it warrant her calling the fucking government agency up, okay? Calling up a government agency, lying about something, totally making up a completely fabricated story about my family, and then having them come here, having my life disrupted, right? My family's life disrupted, which, like, they didn't do anything. Fine, you want to fuck with me? That's great. But my husband and my kid, you know, like, does that warrant my husband and my kid having to suffer because, like, you're upset about what I have to say about you, words on the internet? I don't know. I was always raised, my mom drilled it into my head, sticks and stones break bones, but words can't hurt you. You know, like, that was how I was raised. So it's like, words don't really get to me that much because it's been drilled into my head since I was a little kid that they're just words. So I don't know, maybe that's why I see it as such a ridiculous reaction to somebody just like saying like, your candles suck, you know? Which is really funny because she made a post the other day. Which, I don't know. I don't even understand this. Hold on. I'll pull the post up real quick before we get into this. She made this post the other day to me that I didn't even see. I saw it on, because somebody else shared it. I think the, what do you call it? The fan channel. The #1 fan channel. Hold on a second. Let me get to YouTube real quick. But I'm like, dude, like, you could make all these excuses that I talked about your kid. I went live every day for fucking, 5 hours a day. It's still, like, that's why I don't understand. Why are you trying to push that? Because it still doesn't justify what she did. Like, even if I was live for 5 hours every day, she committed a fucking crime, dude, against my family. Like, that doesn't, like, Laura could, if I chose to, go to the district attorney, Laura would have to either pay fines or, she could face jail time. Like, there's penalties for what she did, dude. So, like, what I'm doing isn't illegal. What she did was illegal. So, like, that's where I'm having trouble trying to understand where the justification is for this. Because it's like, you fucking just lied, dude. You made a story up and lied. How is that fair? How is that fair? I just don't get it. And how is that justified? Oh, okay. So even if I did go live about her for 5 hours every day, which I didn't, but let's just say I did, you think that that's a justification for committing crimes? So wait a second. If I went live about her every day and she came to my house and fucking stabbed me to death, you would think that that's justified? Do you think she would get off with, attempted murder if she, didn't kill me? You think that that would be a normal justification for somebody talking about you online? You think that that would be reasonable sounding, right? Because it's basically the same thing. And trust me, if she probably could have came to my house, she probably would have stabbed me to death. Because she's fucking crazy. All right, hold on. Let me go to her fucking page real quick. Even if I talked about her children and said, oh, her kids are bad kids or something, which I didn't, that's still not a justification, dude. I'm sorry. It's just not. Not in my eyes. I mean, to each their own. I guess everybody have their own opinions, but oh my God. Can I ask what is going on here? What are we doing with the fucking thunder? Thunder. It's so bad, dude. This is just awful. Alright. Let's go to her posts real quick. Here's Laura acting like she gives a fuck about the flooding that's going on in Texas, which we know she doesn't. Okay. Yeah, here it is. LOL. Just when I thought she was gone. Like, yeah, okay, Laura, you thought I was gone, but you're checking up on your Buddy Burgundy Blues page every day to watch new videos about me, right? Leona, you wish you ruined my candle business. Now, let me just tell you something. When I first saw this, I swear to God, because the Perplexed #1 fan channel, which isn't called that anymore, but they posted it, and I saw it. I thought that it was an old post that they were posting. Because I literally feel like I read this like 3,000 to 4,000 times. I was like, I've definitely seen this post before. And I thought she was reacting to one of the last two videos I made about her. That's what I thought this was in reaction to. But I realized what it was actually in reaction to was my comment that I left on, well, now we got to go down a whole nother rabbit hole here. So this is kind of funny. You guys will enjoy this one. I wake up, like, whatever it was, last week, right? And YouTube has been fucking glitchy as fuck. It's been playing my ass. So I open up my YouTube app, and B Fergs had made a community post, and she tagged me in it. So I saw her in my mentions. So I opened up her post in my mentions, right? I leave her a comment, and then, you know, the next morning, well, it was like in the middle of the night, because I woke up in the middle of the night like I always do, and I left her a comment. The next morning when I actually woke up for the day, I go in my comments, I go in my, like, my comments, right? Somebody had left me a comment on my video, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, why is my comment here? Like, my comment that I left for B-Fergs was on my video. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, this is so fucking weird. Like, how did my comment that I was leaving on B-Fergs' community post ended up on my page under my video? I'm like, that's so weird. So I just copied it, and then I went back to her thing and I posted it, right? In the meantime, I watched the number one fans video, and then I was in my mentions, and I guess I hit Burgundy Blues within my mentions, so I opened their post, right? And then I watched the number one fan channel's video, and I go to leave them a comment, right? So I leave the comment, press post, not thinking anything about it. I'm sitting there looking at my phone, watching other shit, right? A couple of minutes later, I see, like, a notification come up on my screen, and it's fucking Burgundy, and they're like, you know, did you accidentally purposely leave this here? Like, they think I purposely did it. And I'm like, no, dude. I'm like, I definitely didn't leave this on purpose. Like, because it doesn't even fucking make sense. I'm not even talking about you. And what my comment was like joking around in response to the video I was watching on the number one fans channel, saying like, oh, I single-handedly ruined Laura's business, you know? Because they were like, in the video, they're like, oh, you know, Mika Monster ruined my business. Like, you know, they're saying whatever. They were doing their parodies shit that they always do. You know, they were like making fun of Laura, saying that, like, you know, I ruined her business or this or that. So jokingly in my comment, I said it back to her, like, you know, oh yeah, I single-handedly ruined business, you know, Laura's business. It's not me. It's me. It's not the fact that she's making blue waffles, right? And green waffles, and selling them in the middle of fucking July. Like, you know, because you would think green, St. Patrick's Day. Same thing happened to Chasing. She posted a comment under someone's video and ended up under Sinner's video, who she's not sub to. See? Fucking weird, dude. Fucking weird. I updated my app and it hasn't happened since then, but it's fucking so weird. And it was so funny because I had just texted B-Fergs and I'm like, look at this. I left this on your post and it ended up under my video. I texted her a screenshot, and then 2 seconds after that, the same fucking thing happened to me. So anyway, Laura sees my comment on Burgundy's page, right? And this is what she's responding to. She's responding to the comment where I'm joking around under their video that's joking around about her. I'm just saying, yeah, I single-handedly, like, destroyed Laura's business. Like, I wasn't being serious, obviously. I was being sarcastic. So that's what she's responding to. And the only reason I know that is because I think she talked about it in a live. But anyway, she says, LOLOL, just when I thought she was gone, Leonie, you wish. She puts it in all caps. You ruined my candle business. Like, I really don't, though. I don't want to ruin your business, Laura. Like, that's not my goal at all. Nobody in here is buying your candles anyway. My candles are doing great. Doesn't sound like you did so great at your fucking craft show that you went to the other day. Just saying. Just saying. Somebody must have asked her in the beginning of her live, and she's like, oh, it's all right, it's all right. You know, if she's, like, made money, if she made a killing or even made money, she would have, like, you know, came on here and bragged about it. So I don't think she did too good. I think she was, you know, she just, like, brushed her. Oh, it was all right, it was all right. It was all right. It was all right. All right, so anyway. Maybe if you worried about your own crap, she always says this. That's why I seriously felt like I was like, wait a second, is this an old post? Because I was so confused because this was left, like, she did this post like days after I made my videos. So I thought it was in response to the videos. because in the video I did say something about her business, because she's always like, oh, you talk shit about my business. And I'm like, Laura, I am not affecting your business because nobody in my chat is buying your fucking candles anyway. And only the people that listen to me are hearing me talk about your candles. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not, it's a very small pool of people that are hearing me talk about your candles. You know, it's not anybody that would buy from you. So what are you fucking worried about? You know, like that I talk about your fucking candles. How am I affecting it? But anyway, she just always says the same shit. Maybe if you worried about your own crap, even 1/3 as you worry about, as much as you worry about mine, you wouldn't have time to be worried about mine because you would be worried about yours. It's like, okay. Like, okay. And it's like, Laura, seriously, like, do you, like, she's almost like a child in the sense of, like, you know, when children see things happening in front of their eyes, right, they can't distinguish the fact that that's not how it always is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're watching something, they think because it happens that way, the one time they're watching it, they think that's how it always happens. That's Laura right there. Like, she thinks, like, because you hear me talking about your candles, what, for, like, fucking, in a comment, that means I spend all my time worrying about your business? Like, no, dude. It's like, how long does it take me to leave a fucking comment? 30 seconds? Like, what the fuck, dude? Yeah, she claims that I heard her hurt her business, so that's why I'm confused here. Like, it's like pick a struggle, Laura. Which one is it? Did I ruin your business, right? Because I talk about your candles, or am I not affecting them at all? That's what I don't understand here. I 100% do not care what you sell. Don't know a single thing about your business. I mean, come on, dude. Really, Laura? Like, come on. This is such a lie, you know? You cannot tell me she's never, like, peeked at my website, like, or whatever, or heard what I was, you know, selling, or heard other people discussing it. Like, she's acting like she doesn't know. Meanwhile, she's constantly saying I copied her. So if you 100% don't care what I sell, don't know a single thing about my business, how could you even say that I copied you then? That doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so never go to your website. Well, I don't know why you would go to my website, because my website's been pretty much the same since I started it, because I'm not like you editing it like every fucking day. So, and adding like tons of crazy new shit and redesigning things. So there's no reason to keep visiting it unless you want to see any new products. But typically I notify people when I put new stuff up there. But like the website itself is the same since I made it. So I mean, to keep visiting it would be kind of strange, you know? And honestly, I don't even know if you still have a website. That's how much I don't give a fuck. I'm way more into my own stuff. The day I think about someone else's business more than my own is the day I realize that my life is a joke and an ill jump off a bridge. Wow, Laura, like, really? You're gonna jump off a fucking bridge over that? Like, that's pretty serious, dude. It's pretty serious. But like, where the fuck does she get that I worry about her business more than my own, dude? Just because I laugh at your shit and how horrible it looks, that doesn't mean I spend my whole day worrying about it. It just means that for the hour or so that I, 20 minutes I do commentary on it and laugh at it, that's the time I spend on it. It's like a child wrote this. It really is. All right. But she's gonna jump off a bridge, dude. Like, wow, that's drastic, dude. Envy and jealousy are not a good look for you. I'm so jealous, Laura. I'm so jealous of your green waffles. Move the fuck on already. It's been 4 years since we have been friends. You are truly the creepiest stalker in this entire community. And I'm like, oh, wow. Okay, wow. You really got me. Everybody's a stalker, so you kind of watered down the word here, but, yeah. Anyway, so that was that. Happy 4th, everyone. Don't blow your hand off. What the fuck is wrong with this person? Oh, my goodness. My goodness. My goodness. Here's Laura. So, wait. This is the really funny part now. She was sitting at her fucking little thing, right? This. Because she posted this the other day. And here she is. And thank God the fucking music isn't playing. Here's her little setup. And I don't know what it is, dude, but Just like, dude, this would have looked okay if you just, why do we need the fucking silk flowers with everything you do? Why? Just fucking leave the goddamn flowers off. Please. I don't know what happened here. It just froze. Let me refresh the page. It just froze. Even the internet was like, whoa, overload, overload. All right, why are we on this? Why are we on a dog video? What happened? What happened? I don't know what the fuck just happened. Hold on. Let me go back here. Okay, let's try this again. Like, it's not horrible, but I don't know why she just has this fascination with putting silk flowers on everything. Like, I don't know, maybe she thinks it's like it's attention grabbing, but they look tacky, but whatever. She also just doesn't like to match things. She's like, I'm gonna paint the wood every color I can. Oh, look who's making earrings, by the way. Hold on. Well, this didn't. I don't know if she made those. I heard her saying she was making earrings. This is what I don't get, though. Why are we, like... We piled the candles here, but, like, why do we have, like, this plastic bag sitting there? I don't get it. And what is this thing? It takes... I don't get it. I don't get some of the things, but... I love the sign. It says, eco-friendly, sustainable. Like, okay. Gluten-free, as if anybody's eating the candles, right? Cancer chemo friendly, like as if she even knows that. No chemicals, no dyes, and 100% something. And I'm like, it looks like there's dyes in here. I mean, call me crazy, but how'd you color the wax? So, yeah, I don't know. This just doesn't look good the way it's piled up. But those just look like, I don't know, cheap candles with like return address labels. And now this, I'm like, why did you leave these in a fucking plastic bag? Reminds me of that song, Pink Cookies in a Plastic Bag, Getting Crushed by Buildings. Like, why the upside down Ziploc bags? They don't look good. That doesn't look good. I swear to God, when I watched this the other day, I was like, I think she purposely, like, put things in a certain way to make it look like she sold a few. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is there nothing right here? So, like, it kind of looks like she sold 2 of them. But I just don't get the bag. I don't get the bag over this. I'm, like, trying to understand. For transportation purposes, I guess I get it, you know? But, like, why would you leave them there when you put them on display? Like, put them back? No? Okay. I don't know. It's just bizarre. The flowers are really just throwing me off. There's just too many different types of flowers. There's her little pegboard that she made. And then there's that shelf. And it actually looks gray now. I don't know, dude. She does some voodoo. Some voodoo. I mean, like, good for her that she set this all up. I'm totally, you know, I'm not downing her. It's a lot of work. But at the same time, yeah. Yeah, I think these are the squeezy pouches of wax melts right here. These things. I saw Remy asking about that. Nothing says nothing says eco-friendly like plastic pouches. Like, and plastic bottles. Are they recyclable? Like, how is that? And plastic containers for your wax melts. How is that sustainable? Like, isn't the whole point of sustainability using things that you could reuse? You know, like, this glass might be somewhat sustainable, right? You could reuse it. I don't know. I just always came under the I always thought sustainability, plastic would be the last thing you would have if you're trying to claim to be sustainable, right? You would use like paper or like biodegradable materials, you know, like bags that biodegrade, even if it's plastic or recyclable. I don't know, but that's just, you know, that's just me. But there's just too many flowers around, dude. You could do this without all the fucking flowers. I don't get the flowers everywhere. Like, it's like, peekaboo, I'm a little sunflower. It's overwhelming. But I suspect she wasn't doing so good because she does this post from there, right? Hold on. All right, why is it not going to her fucking channel? How come this isn't going to her channel? All right, maybe I have to click. Oh my God, stop moving. All right. She does this post right after she made that short. And she writes, oh, she must have edited this. Updated, honest thoughts. Besides headstones and headlines, has anyone else been obsessed with what is happening in Texas? 80 and rising. People are dead and 10 young girls are still missing. I believe that this is worse than any other natural disaster in history. And I'm like, really, dude? Because I think, like, the tsunami that happened in, wherever, Thailand was it? Probably took a lot more lives than this. Like, granted, this is bad, okay? But, like, I don't know if it's the worst in history, okay? We've had devastating earthquakes, fires, and all sorts of stuff, but okay. And yet all these allegedly true crime / trauma channels can talk about is Brittany J. What the fuck is wrong with you all? For real. And I'm thinking, like, all right, let me just finish reading this. And all the subs who follow suit, get the fuck outside, people. Turn on the news. Now, I'm like, you are outside because you're outside at your craft show while you're writing this, right? And you're telling other people to get outside because they're worrying about Brittany J. I mean, because they're not worried about this, like, natural disaster, but, like, you're worried about what they're worried about. I'll never understand this. Why does she just, dude, if you don't like that these people spend their time talking about Brittany J, like, why don't you just not fucking watch them then? I just don't get it, dude. Like, it's not affecting you that they're talking about Brittany J. They're not talking about you. If they were, I would get it, but they're not. They're talking about somebody else that has nothing to do with you, that you're not friends with. Why do you care, dude? Why do you care? I don't understand. Like, you're telling other people to get outside, but you're outside worrying about what other people are worrying about. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Like, what? It's just like, I can't fucking wrap my brain around this. I can't. Oh my God. All right. Turn on the news. There is some serious shit going on that is far better than Brittany J. No offense to Brittany, but man, these channels should just change their name to Brittany Obsessed 120. I don't get that. What is 120? What's 120? What? I don't know. Does anybody know what that means? And speaking of Brittany, to those of you who said you don't support her anymore based on some BS, you never supported her in the first place. Some of you I am very shocked with. You chose money and that will bite you in the butt. Because that money will leave you and you will be left with no alleys. Alleys. I guess, people own bowling alleys. What kind of alleys? Alleys. Is that how you spell allies? I don't think so. But not my business. I'm going back to real life stuff. Like, so obviously she wasn't that busy at her craft show if she had time to do this shit, right? Majority of this community needs their priorities straight. My God. I'm like, dude, you're sitting at your craft show and this is what you're worried about, dude? Like, this is what you're worried about. You're telling other people to go outside, but you're outside and this is what you're worried about. You're worried about what other people are worrying about or talking about. Like, just don't fucking watch them, Laura. Why do they have to cover what you say to cover? I just don't understand it. Why do you need to control people's content? She has, like, this thing where she, like, wants to control what people are fucking, covering on their channels. Like, just don't fucking watch them, dude. Don't watch them, then. But anyway, I don't know. Like, why do you need them to talk about something else? If you want to hear about the flood, go to people who are covering the flood, right? Why do you need Queen Bee or whoever the fuck she's, talking about from one of your alleys? Thank you, Sarah Rex, member for 11 months. Thanks for being my ally. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to hear about the flood, go to channels that are covering the flood. Like, why do you need Queen Bee or whoever it is that you're directing this at to talk about the flood? Because if they do talk about the flood, you're probably going to have a problem with that too. You're going to be like, oh, these people are grifting off the flood. You know, so like, what exactly do you want Queen Bee and them to discuss, Laura? Like, that's my question. What do you want them to discuss? And why do they have to discuss the flood? Why do they have to discuss it? Maybe they're not interested or don't know enough, you know, like myself. Like, I didn't really follow the story, so I can't really talk about it because I didn't follow it. You know, and maybe some people are like me in the sense where like, dude, I have to sometimes take a step back from like news stuff. I've told you guys this before because it gives me anxiety, dude. You know, watching too much of this stuff, and I think that's the whole point of what I was going to talk about today with just the internet in general, and this realization that I'm coming to is that, you know, these things are being constantly pushed in our faces 24/7. Okay. 20 years ago, we didn't hear all the detail about things that we heard, you know, that we hear now. Things are being streamed live on TikTok and Instagram. And you know what I'm saying? And it's this constant push of information that's coming out 24/7, dude. It's in your face. It's in your face. And, you know, it's up to us how much we're going to allow that into our space. It's now, don't get me wrong. It's good to be informed and, you know, it's good to know what's going on in the world. But at the same time, for your own mental health, for your own mental well-being, I do think you need to limit it because it could cause stress, it could cause anxiety, it could cause fear, which a lot of it is meant to do, okay? It's meant to cause fear. But you know what I'm saying? So you have to limit sometimes what you're watching. And I know I personally do. Some people can handle it. Some people can watch the news every day and it doesn't bother them. But for me, when I see all these, you know, situations happening that I just know are out of my control, bad things that are happening, prices rising, you know, and hearing about it constantly, right? We're living it, but then to be hearing about it constantly on top of that adds an extra layer of anxiety. And I'm like, dude, like I can't control this, you know, it's out of my control. So I could either sit here worrying about it, you know, 24/7, a situation that I cannot change, or I could, you know, watch something that brings me joy and just try to not think about it. Of course, it's not, don't ever think about those things, but like I try to limit the amount of shit that I let into my space, you know, so that I'm not sitting here with anxiety all the time, because I've talked about anxiety on here a lot with you guys, but I had really bad anxiety years ago. And obviously you guys know I went through a very stressful situation, you know, years ago, and I never realized how much stress affects your, you know, health and how you're feeling and everything. And so when I start feeling myself, I've learned how, it's kind of funny because I remember years ago going to my doctor and he's telling me limit your stress. And I'm like, how do you even do that? Because like life, you know, but I've started at now as an adult learning ways to kind of manage my stress, right? Like one of them is obviously, you know, keeping that kind of stuff out of my space as much as I can while still knowing, while still trying to be in the know. Because I don't want to feel like that again, dude. I don't want to feel sick. I don't want to feel worried constantly. And that's what it does to you. And, you know, when it comes down to like political things, it happens on both sides. I'm watching, you know, I watch political videos every once in a while and I turn it on and I'm like, you know, as much as the left hates Trump, they want to blame everything on Trump. I'm like, you're doing the same thing that people were doing when Biden was president. They blamed everything that happened on Biden, you know? So we can't get caught up in that. We got to kind of, you know, maintain our balance in the middle, which is where I always like to stay. But, you know, it's stressful, dude. And there's a lot of fear mongering, I feel like, on both sides, you know, both sides of the coin. There's a lot of fear mongering where it's like, you know, I look at some of the people that I follow that are, you know, more, I don't know, I guess you call them progressive or independent, or, I mean, or maybe left. Some of them might be left, you know, completely left, whatever. And I look at their, you know, titles, right? And the titles alone are these kind of clickbaity titles where they're trying to like capture you, like, oh, you know, horrible, devastating news. Like they're using all these adjectives to get you kind of up in arms and in fear, okay? And so again, I won't watch those videos because I'm like, I'll click on them and I'm like, okay, this isn't what you're saying it is. You know, like I know what I'm seeing, but you're kind of overreacting to something. So it's, again, you just got to limit what you're allowing in your space so that you're not getting yourself stressed out all the time, because it really can do a number on you. It can get you really stressed out watching, glued to the television about, this situation right here with the children, okay, that were at camp, that were just having fun, are getting swept away, which I can't even imagine how this whole thing happened. Like, I'm having trouble visualizing how this all happened. It's very hard to like visualize it, how this all happened. But if you're constantly watching it, then you're going to constantly feel stress from it. It's almost like we're living these situations even though we're not involved in them, and we're doing that to ourselves. It's so hard to not react to certain events when street vendors and workers are being abducted off the street by mofo ice thugs. No, I totally get it. I totally understand it. You're right. But, it sucks. Like, what's going on sucks. And you should, I'm not saying don't watch it. I'm just saying when you start feeling that you're getting yourself to a point that you're feeling anxious and worrisome, and it's starting to affect your mental well-being, then you need to, take a step back and just like anything, anything on the internet. I just feel like I've just been thinking a lot lately about how the news is being pushed to us, about how influencers are trying to influence us into doing things that we don't necessarily do. And that's what I was going to get into today. The way that we're being influenced by social media just in general, because this is really interesting. I was watching this girl kind of talking about the same topic, okay? And then YouTube, the algorithm started to push the videos to me that I don't typically watch, which is really fucking weird. But I want to show you guys some of this. Hold on. I can barely listen to anything anymore. I'm in constant anxiety afterwards. Thanks for speaking on this today, because my kids are home for the summer and it has been a struggle for me. Yeah, dude, take time. And I'm sorry to hear that, because look, I've had really bad anxiety my, whole life, but I feel like I've done a really good job, which is a hard thing to do for me. I've done a really good job to kind of lessen the anxiety in my life by avoiding, maybe people think that's unhealthy. Maybe they think, Leanna, you're just crawling under a rock, right? And avoiding reality, and we need to focus on these issues. And you might be right too. But for me, I'm just telling you what works for me. And for me, it's like, yes, I try to stay somewhat informed, but at the same time, I know how I get when I stay on top of certain things, and how it gives me anxiety. And I need to worry about, I always go back to like, I need to worry about my kid. I need to worry about my life, my husband, my own mental health, their well-being. So I can't let this situation stress me out. You know what I'm saying? Constantly, because it's gonna do me no good. I can't control it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't help it. I can't fix it. I can't control it. And I don't know about you guys, but like, I know B-Fergs is definitely like this, where she's a fixer. We have this, like, we just want to help kind of mentality where, we want to just do whatever we can to help people. And that gives you more anxiety because, and I'm just using her as an example because I just know her nature is like that. She's a very helpful person, and she always wants, she's the first person to always help everybody in any situation. And, if somebody, like, I'm just, give an example here, but like, let's just say somebody's like, oh, I don't have money. She's the first one to give you $10, for the rest of the week. Like, that's the type of person she is. So what I'm saying is that also makes you anxious because you want to fix things and you really can't. You could do things to try to help, but like, overall, we're not going to be able to fix the situation. And I get the same way, where I just want to like do something, and then I feel helpless, and that gives me more anxiety, if that makes sense. Do you understand what I'm saying? All right. The earth feels way off kilter, dude. Ever since Trump took presidency, and I'm sorry if you support him or not, but I feel this, I feel like we're on a roller coaster, and that's why I backed off the news, because every day it was just something crazy coming out about this man that I can't, I'm like, oh my God, we're only a few months into this guy's presidency. Like, like the prices of everything's going up. The China, the tariffs on China, those are going to affect every single person here. I don't think people realize it. I knew this before I cast my vote, which is part of why I cast my vote the way I did, because I was like, this is gonna affect everybody. I went into the store yesterday and I just couldn't believe the price of like certain items that I was buying. I'm just like, what the fuck is this fucking, $18 for? Like 2 jars of peanut butter cost me $13, $14 yesterday. That's fucking insane, dude. For Jif peanut butter, get the fuck out of here. It's overwhelming. And what else did I buy yesterday that I was like, what the fuck is this so expensive for? It's just crazy. And it's just crazy, but we're living in really scary times, and so I have to see. Lisa says the same thing. I have to hide from the news sometimes as it's too much. I have anxiety issues, and it's like, look, I want to know what's going on in the world, but at the same time, I know a lot of it is put out there to scare you, right? And a lot of that's what I've been trying to come to that realization that sometimes is that I feel like it happens on both sides of the political aisle or whatever situation you're watching. There's always this fear mongering that kind of goes on because people want you to take action. And by doing, by kind of lighting that fire under your ass to get you to take action, that they kind of like, fear is a motivator, isn't it? Right? Like making people scared motivates them to do something. So it's really crazy, it's really crazy. And I'm in a different position, obviously, to like not worry about certain things. Like I'm a US citizen born here, so I don't have to worry about ICE showing up at my fucking door. So I'm not trying to minimize anybody else's fears, because that's a real fear for somebody, okay? That even if you have your US citizenship, it's a real fear for somebody that those people are gonna come tackle you down to the ground while you're getting your fucking nails done. That's scary. And I mean, I've spoken on this obviously a while ago. The whole fact that this guy ran a whole campaign on, trying to scare us into thinking that all the illegal aliens are bad. That's just not true. Most of them come here to work hard and, get a job. Yeah, they're not paying taxes, but they're here to work and make money. They're not here to hurt people. They're not here to kill people. There's a small fraction of people that are here to do that. And to be honest, I think we should be worrying about the American citizens that are killing people. Or how about our police departments that are doing shitty investigations like the one in Massachusetts that, totally fucking did this horrible investigation and this man is dead and nobody knows what happened to him because the investigation was shit. It was garbage, So that's my little spiel on that. So anyway, back to my original subject here. I'll get off my soapbox. I'm watching this stuff about these influencers here, and I'm like, if you guys ever watched TikTok things, okay, there's this aesthetic on TikTok, right? Everybody's houses almost look the same at this point in time. Does anybody else feel like that? Like when you go into your YouTube shorts, right? Because it's basically YouTube shorts is basically TikTok. People take their TikTok content and they basically just, double platform it so they can make more money on it. Okay. So a lot of the times when you watch this shit, right, with this aesthetic shit and this overconsumption bullshit that people are doing, which I myself got caught up in, okay? So I have no, I'm not judging people. We all get caught up in this, but we have to start realizing that, like, this is not reality either. We're thinking it's reality because it's regular people, and I think because we grew up in a society before the internet, right, where we knew there was a difference between celebrities and regular people, right? That's how we grew up. We're like, there's Hollywood and then there's us. There's, singers and then there's us. There's reality. So we know that we're not part of that. That's not, my life will never be like, fucking Brad Pitt's life or Angelina Jolie's life, right? Because I'm not famous. I'm not a celebrity. What we have now is people who are at that celebrity status, but they're just regular people, right? So they came up with this name called influencers, people who amass large followings, and then essentially what their following becomes is them just trying to fucking constantly either sell you something or buy something. But people are not able to distinguish, and I know the younger generation, like my son, aren't able to distinguish reality from people trying to sell you things, because in our brains we're looking at this type of content that I'm about to show you, and we're thinking in our heads like, this is a lady with a family, right? A real family. She's living in a real house, and she's, you know, she's just like me, but she's making me feel less about myself because I don't have the things that she has, right? That's like the big thing that I feel like is being projected, is this rich lifestyle, you know, that these people have, and they're just consuming. And what we're not realizing is that these people consume because they get paid to do that, right? Most of the products that they're showing you, that they're trying to push on you, they are getting those products either for free, or they have to invest in them, and then they write them off on their taxes. And so I'm watching, this one lady's channel right here came up in my thing, and I was like, holy shit, dude. Like, this is unbelievable. This is just unbelievable. Starting back, all right, if you look at her content, and yes, this shit is disturbing. She has this dog, because this is the part of this shit that I don't think people take into consideration. But as somebody who edits videos and creates content, like just say like my DIY kind of content that I do, I know how much goes into me making a DIY video, because not only do I have to show you guys what I'm doing, invest the money into the products that I'm, whatever it is, you know, that I'm making, but like the filming adds a whole nother layer of things where it's like, you got to get the camera angle, and I'm not that good at that. I'm not that good, and I don't get too hung up on like lighting and all that other shit, but some people do. Some people have to have everything perfectly lit and all that, you know. So there's a lot that goes into like moving your camera around and getting it set up, and batteries changing, and making sure that the lighting's okay. I mean, you know, to a certain extent, some people might have, you know, more lighting. Like in my grief videos, every time I film those videos, I had to set up these fucking, I had my ring light, and then I had these two soft boxes on the side of me, on either side of me, to cancel out like any shadows on my face. So like, it's a big production, because every time I filmed it, I had to take all this shit out, you know, set my camera up, you know, make sure the camera settings are right. It's a huge ordeal. So, that's what people don't realize, I feel like, when they're watching a lot of this content. So I'm going through this lady's videos the other night, right? I get stuck, and I start realizing little things that I feel like people don't pick up on, right? Like this, for instance. Let me go back here. This is disturbing. She's in a grocery store. And I'm just going to mute these. Hold on. Because we really don't need to hear them. She doesn't really talk in any of the videos. She's walking through the grocery store with the dog in these two, like, baby holders. And I'm like, dude, that's not good for the dogs. But that's beside the point. That's almost the least of the problems going on here in this lady's content. Okay? These people are dragging their families into this shit, number one. And I feel bad for their families, but they're also, I mean, dude, just look at the amount of shit, hold on, that this lady has, okay? She has these two little cute dogs, but let me go back to one of her. All right, she has weekly reset videos of the dogs. So she built like a little space for the dog. But if you go throughout her content, some of this shit is so pointless, dude. Oh, here's a great one. Oh my God, there's so much here. Like, from the outset, it looks kind of ordinary, and you're like, what's the big deal? It's just a lady who's like filming her life. But like, then when you start really looking in things, you're like, wait a second, what the fuck is going on here? First of all, this was one of the first videos I've ever seen of hers. Look at this. This is insane. She opens the drawers up. Like, dude, what? What? And notice in all her shots, you're going to see that she has all this really expensive skincare. She's washing her fucking... Look what she's washing her ridiculous amount of beauty blenders with, dude. Like, ridiculous amounts of beauty blenders. And, like, as somebody who's into makeup, why do you need that many fucking beauty blenders, dude? Why? Hold on. I only buy the brand name ones because I've tried other ones. I gotta let Ovi out. Give me a second. Hold on. Holy shit, it is hot out there. I only buy the name brand beauty blender. I have tried other brands. I just cannot find a good dupe for that. I don't know what the fuck they did. I don't know what the fuck they did to that damn beauty blender thing. But, well, technically every soap is antibacterial. I mean, every soap kills germs. But she's using, first of all, that's another thing that I was getting into. And I don't know if you guys have seen these, but you know those like cleaning videos where they're mixing up a bunch of cleaning products and they're just being so fucking wasteful. That's what this is, dude. This woman is so fucking wasteful, dude. It's not even funny. And like the overconsumption culture on TikTok is insane, but I see it here on YouTube. I don't really watch TikTok, but I do consume a lot of the content because it's cross-posted. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I just like ran downstairs and upstairs. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Like, yes, they'll be cleaning their sink and they're putting in like toilet cleaner and fucking, you know, Dawnless dish soap. And then they're spraying like Mr. Clean and, you know, whatever, scrub and bubbles. And first of all, there's a reason that there's different cleaning products, or, you know, maybe one cleaning product that's a multi-surface cleaner. You're not supposed to mix them. In some cases, it could cause chemical reactions that aren't good. And in other cases, it could actually deactivate some of the cleaning agents or neutralize some of the cleaning agents. So it's like all these people doing that, like people are watching this shit and they're like, oh, all right, you're cleaning. Like, I wish I could do that. Just like this video. She's cleaning her fucking beauty sponges with a wee or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't even know how you say it, which is expensive shampoo. Then she has this shit, okay? Then Miss Dior, she's pouring, just dumping Miss Dior like perfume or something in there. I don't know if it's perfume or some type of body wash. Why do you need 3 different cleansers for beauty blenders? Do you know what I clean my beauty blender with? Dawn liquid soap. And if not, I use that bar, that Fells Naphtha bar that they sell at like Walmart for 98 cents. Like, you do not need a fancy cleaner to clean your beauty blender, dude. This is insane. But why do you own this many beauty blenders? I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Now she's taken out another expensive soap and another expensive soap. Dior soap. To wash all these beauty blenders. It's just like, dude, why the fuck? This is called rage bait right here, right? Because it's just, she's doing this to get the emotion, the reaction out of people, because they're going to comment and be like, you know, oh, why do you have so many beauty blenders? You know, and that's going to help her channel. It's going to boost her in the algorithm, even though it's kind of negative attention. But like, dude, why do you have all these fucking beauty blenders? I don't see any real ones in there because I can fucking spot the fakes from the reals. I don't really see any real ones. These mostly look like aftermarket sponges just because I know the actual beauty blender doesn't really come in any of these colors. Like, I've never seen, you know, the pink is a little darker between these two. I don't know. It doesn't come in red. I've seen it in like swirled. I've seen it in black, but I know it doesn't come in like yellow like that. I've never seen it, at least, or blue. It could, but like, think of how much money was spent just on these fucking, you know, the sponges. Like, it's just insanity. But anyway, all right, let's go back to her fucking dog content here. So if you look, okay, look, she sets up this playpen for the dog, and I have a very big problem with some of these setups that she has. Now, I don't know if she leaves them like this or she's just doing it for content, but if you go back and you look at all her playpen setups, hold on a second, there's a different gate, not just a different gate, and I'm talking about mostly the one in her house. There's a different gate, okay, in every single one. This poor dog. I feel so bad for these dogs. So bad for them. They're just being used as content. This one's so funny. Ready? Watch this. You guys are going to laugh at this. Puppy playtime, okay? She's doing a cleanup thing to do this little, I guess, robot vacuum. Now, tell me what the fuck is all over the carpet that your puppy was playing with. And you're going to see this in all her videos. There's literal like black dirt everywhere. Like, where did that come from, right? And she just happens to have this rug set up, right? Like, the dogs are only playing on this little rug in her thing. But then look, what's this white shit? Were they snorting lines? And you're gonna see this in every single one of the videos that there's white powder everywhere. Like, and I'm like, what are your dogs doing that there's white powder everywhere? It's so fucking weird. I think there's like a diaper here. It looks like a plant. I don't know if that's supposed to be pee, but like, all right, nobody's pee is that yellow. That's like ridiculous. I mean, like, it's just so fucking over the top, and it's being done to sell you a product. And everybody's like, oh, she's so good to her puppies. But like, no, she's not, because she's using these puppies as content. Like, you'll see, it's very disturbing what she does with the dogs. Very disturbing. The channel's name is the Hayeks. So she has like this majorly, I can only imagine how much this fucking vacuum cleaner slash, fucking, carpet cleaner thing cost. It talks and shit. I'm not playing her audio because I don't want to get struck. But like, this is what this is for. She's selling this. Meanwhile, she's not disclosing this anywhere. There's no disclosure that she's selling this vacuum, but clearly this is a vacuum. Yeah, exactly. If your pee is that yellow, you need to drink water. Clearly this vacuum is like the whole focus of the product, of the video. So she's selling us this vacuum, but we don't know this. We're just like, oh, look, she's playing with her puppies and she's showing us how she cleans, but not really. Not really. Because, like, why are you showing a vacuum this much in depth? Like, it did a great job, but you made the mess. What is that? What is that? Did somebody shit on her couch? That looks like a straight up doo-doo stain on the couch. Like, somebody just slid their butthole across the couch or whatever this is. It might be the dog bed. Like, dude, this is such an ad. We're being pushed an ad. She shows us the formula she's using. All of this is an ad, dude. We're watching an ad, but we don't know we're watching an ad. That's what's so fucked up about this shit. Oh, look, Taneko. Let's see how much this vacuum cost. I was waiting to see the name. I'm just curious. Hold on a second. I mean, dude, are we not being pushed, like, to buy this stuff? So you start looking and you're like, well, why can't I afford this? Well, keep in mind that these people are being paid to do this shit. You know? Alright, that's actually not... Well, I don't know if that's the same vacuum, but they seem somewhat reasonably priced. Wet dry vacuum, $189. That's actually not too bad. Fuck, now I want to buy one! No, you know? I've never heard of the brand. I mean, $249 for... They have a combo. It's kind of like the... Dyson, you know, the handheld one. I mean, that's not bad. All right. I thought it would be more money than that, but all right. But still, we're being pushed an ad, okay? Now, hold on. We're going to go to some of her dog content, which is going to kill you guys, okay? Because, again, you have to think of how much goes into filming this. Let's just show this one. I'm just going to pick a random one. I don't remember exactly which ones. Okay, so she has this whole setup. Some of these are ridiculous. She changes the shower curtain. She changes the toilet rug. She changes the bathtub up every single time. And she has the typical aesthetic, you know, sleeves halfway over the hands for, you know, TikTok with the nails. Perfect nails all the time. Which is, like, probably the 90% of the reason why I can never do this. Because, like, I just don't have time to do my nails that often. This is for a dog. Now, that's cute, this thing, whatever it is. But do you really need it to give the fucking dog a bath? Oh, alright. This was probably a bad example of one of the bath videos. Let me go back. Alright, not the best example. I didn't realize that one was that short. A lot of them are very similar. Which is also very weird because she keeps reposting, like, look at this. She's hanging the dog. Now, again, hold on. I want to point out to you guys that, like, you don't know how many times it took her to set up her camera, get her dog in this strap thing, okay, and then hang it up and get the perfect shot. Like, she might have had to do that 3 or 4 times, okay? Why are you even doing that, though? I've seen people use those to trim the dog's nails, but, like, first of all, this fucking shower curtain, this plastic shower curtain is not safe, dude. Like, it is not safe at all. At all. I don't like it either. So the dog's just sitting there, and you could tell these are 2 different shots, right? From her hanging it to the dog just sitting there. How long did she leave the dog hanging on this thing? Like, why do we need to hang the dog on this? And this is in every video, dude. It's in every video. She puts this little plastic elephant thing together again. And you're like, oh, cute, the dog's in there. But wait, this gets so fucking weird because I'm showing you this in an order for a reason. All right, so she has a bathtub. Just keep that in mind. And she gives the dog a bath, and everybody's like, oh, the dog's so cute. And it is. But I don't know anybody who bathes their dogs this much, just to be quite honest with you. Like, dogs do not need baths this often. And it's actually bad for their skin to bathe them this much. Like, just like people, they need to get some natural oils and shit, but they also, like, need to, you know, now she's blow drying the poor dog, making it stand up on its feet, which isn't comfortable. And then she gives it a job. And then they're always wearing clothes and boots and all these accessories. Now watch this, okay? Because this is the order I found this shit in the other day, and it's fucking so weird. So I go back, right? And there's videos of her. Again, look how many dog bath videos there are. I mean, it's ridiculous. Sometimes she's bathing the dog like this. Now this is fucking crazy. She has these, like, little baby tubs, and she has so many different ones. You see how she decorated the whole entire bathtub with, like, dog prints? She decorates the bath. It's crazy. And then she just leaves the dog swimming in there. Like, this is so weird, dude. I feel so bad for these dogs. Like, there's just no need to be doing all of this. And people are like, oh, she's so good to her dogs. But you'll see I don't think that's the case. Every time she bathes the dog, she has different color bathtubs, different color gloves. I mean, it's fucking insane. This is where shit gets weird for me, okay? So I'm going back, and I'm watching all this girl's videos, okay? Hold on. And this is where I'm like, wait a second. What's going on here? Okay. Now, we're in her kitchen, and she sets up this little thing, and I'm like, why are we setting this thing up? Like, you have a million videos on your fucking channel where you're bathing the dog in a tub. Why are you putting this pool in the middle of your fucking kitchen? Why? She sets the same shelf up every time. It's always different products, and all the products match each other, by the way, every time. And look what she's bathing the dog with. Human Ooey. Oh, maybe it's a dog version. I see a little paw print on it. But that's an expensive brand, okay? This isn't, like, cheap, like, shit, like Hertz or something. She's picking the outfit out. She's got all matching toys, okay, for the dog. I mean, this is just insane. Like, we're in the green theme today. The poor dog in a little bathrobe. Again, the dog is just being used as a prop because she's holding it up like... Ugh, this just kills me. Yeah, wait until you see how she washes her wood floors. You're gonna die. Okay, so then the dog's swimming. I don't know how long the dog had to swim in this pool for her to get all this footage, okay? But, like, those aren't really water dogs. Hey, thank you. Thank you for the $1. Hey. Thank you for the $1.99. Thanks for the super chat. And I'm thinking to myself while I'm watching this, I'm like, what are you going to do with all the water after you bathe your dog in a pool, which you don't need to do because you have a bathtub. Okay? You have a bathtub in your house. There's no need to do this. Like, what are we doing this for? And again, we got to show the dog off. I feel so bad for these dogs. They're props. They're not dogs. They're props for her TikTok content. All right, now ready? You ready for this? You're going to fucking die. Hold on. Now, there was a few videos I had seen with this tub in the middle of her fucking kitchen. Oh my god, she has the dog hanging up outside too. I can't. Oh my god, this is so awful. It's just awful. Now watch this shit. Hold on. Let's go back. Let's go back. Watch this. This is how she drains the pool. Because I wondered. I saw like 4 or 5 videos with her draining the pool. Yeah. This is how she supposedly drained the entire pool. The entire pool. With a little cup. Just to get TikTok content. I was like, man, you must be dedicated to this shit. Because I'll tell you right now, I don't know if you could pay me to fucking sit there draining that size pool with a cup out of my kitchen just to make a TikTok video. Like, there's no fucking part of me that would do that. Now, I guess, I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on how much money she's making on these videos, but no. I mean, she literally drains the entire pool with a little cup. I'm like, why wouldn't you just get like a siphon pump? Because you clearly have tons of money to just blow away on needless shit, right? Okay. Crazy. Now watch this. These are the best. The dog content where she is setting up these little playpens, and I'm trying to find like a good one. So hold on a second. Oh, also her brushes. That's another thing that she has. Oh, all right. This isn't one of my favorite ones, but we'll check it out. Not favorites. All right, so every day she sets up and it says puppy apartment upgrade. But dude, there's like every day there's new gates, new bed, new house, new dog house in a different color. Like, first of all, where the fuck are you storing all this shit? But like, most of us would be lucky to have this little setup. And it's really sad because so many people in her comments are like, oh, I wish I had this. And like, you're such a good dog mom. And, you know, but in reality, no, you're just a wasteful human being because like, you're using all this stuff for like a day or two and then you take it all down. I don't know if you store it somewhere or sell it on Facebook Marketplace or like what you're doing with all this shit, but then you put new stuff the next day. So it's like wasteful. It's so wasteful. But all right, this isn't one of the ones where she has like the crazy mess to clean up. Oh, she's mopping the floor normal in this one, too. Of course, I picked... So now, look. A totally new gate. A new dog house. A dog closet. Like, really? Do we really need this? A dog couch. Really? The dogs can't sit at a fucking chair and table. What are you doing? Okay, then she puts the dog toys in the basket. And then this time she actually has dog toys. Then... she puts a drawer, and this is every video. She puts a drawer with fucking, they're labeled different, you know, treats. And I'm like, my dog would destroy this thing. Like, this is just not really smart to leave around your dogs. But they could easily get into that, knock it over, and fucking get into that and eat all the treats. A new mat for them. Dude, this is fucking insanity. A new mat. She breaks it up and everybody's like, oh my God, you're such a good dog, mommy. You know, and it's like, and then she has to hold the dog like it's a little showpiece. I hate that. All right, so that's one of them, but there's some really funny ones. I can't find the ones that I was watching the other night that she had like these messes and I'm like, all right, girl, who are you kidding with this shit? Maybe it was like the newer ones. Oh, here, this might be one. Look at the mess. Oh, your dog's left this mess, really? This isn't the one with the white powder everywhere, but there's like, I don't know, plastic shredded up. Like, girl, stop. Stop it. And it's like, well, maybe there wouldn't be this much of a mess every time if you didn't leave all this shit in here. So this time they have pink gates, pink bowls, okay? There's some sort of plastic mess going on. And again, here's the vacuum cleaner. She's got to show that vacuum cleaner off. Right? And we're gonna put a new... Oh, she didn't put the new one this time. Okay. Sometimes she puts the new one. Sometimes she doesn't. I guess it depends. Hold on a second. I'm like, dude, this is all just so fake. Like, when you watch this, you feel like you're watching somebody's life, right? You know, because you want to trust people. She obviously has some kind of brand deal with CeraVe. Look at this. Look at this shit. And with that other company, I mean, dude, really? She's restocking an entire refrigerator. And it says mini skincare fridge restock on it, but obviously it's a big refrigerator, dude. I have a mini fridge that I bought for my son years ago, and it's like you could fit maybe like 6 cans of soda in it. Like, it's super mini. That's the ones that people typically put their cosmetics in. Like, no, you are never going to use all of this CeraVe skincare. Do you know how I use CeraVe? Like, pretty much most of their skincare. I use their cleanser, and I use their, moisturizer, and I use it daily, and it takes me months to use one bottle. Months. I mean, it's just crazy. Look at this. I have the micellar water. I have this shit, but I think I had... No, not that one. I have a different one. I didn't like it. I mean, like, dude, what? I have the SA cleanser. That's the one I use. But, like, are you kidding me? Like, you're never going to use all this shit. Why are we doing this? Like, you're clearly sponsored by CeraVe, but there's no ad disclosure anywhere in this. And you know how much money all this shit costs? A lot. Even though it's drugstore, CeraVe could get pricey, dude. All right, going back. Oh, God, I hate that it brings you back to the top of the page because now I can't find where I wanted to go. Hold on. Fuck, it was right next to the CeraVe video. Hold on. I mean, dude, the exorbitant amount of waste that this one person is producing into this world. And I'm not like... I'm not some, like, ultra green person who, doesn't spend money. It's just, I mean, who's like, save the earth. I'm just saying, like, this is ridiculous. Like, one person should produce this much waste in the world. This is a good video right here. Hold on. Point of view, you're rich. Ready? Watch this shit. Never in my life, I thought I would be jealous of a puppy, not even a dog. Oh, wait a second. This isn't the video I thought it was. I think it went on the wrong video. Hold on a second. Oh, my God. Now it brought me back up to the fucking top. That was not the video. For some reason, it, like, went to the wrong video. It should be a bathroom video. Why does it keep going to this dog video? How weird is this? Oh, here's the video that I meant to click on. Oh, it's so weird. Rich people bathroom clean and restock. Now watch this. She's cleaning her fucking toilet bowl with expensive perfume. Yeah, I don't know any rich people that have this shit on their toilet bowl, dude. Like, what? What? Ugh, could you imagine how gross that thing gets? Candles, pink toilet paper, okay? A sock warmer. Now, I don't know this brand, but I'm going to assume it's expensive, but she's got tons of it. It appears in almost every video. It's called Gissen. I don't know. I don't use expensive skincare because it's a waste of money, but all the brushes. Look at this. Chanel, all Chanel brushes. It's all brand new. So, like, is she even using Dior brushes? Like, are you even using this shit? Dior soap, which comes out in every fucking video. Oh, this is, yeah, overconsumption videos. It's crazy, dude. One person will have hundreds of products or something that you won't run out of for years. Yeah. Look, I got caught up in it, and that's the only reason, like, now, looking back, I'm like, wow, I was such an idiot for spending all that money. I got caught up on it years ago when, like, before TikTok even, was around. I just kept buying makeup. I was like, I want to try makeup, like you're watching these videos and you're constantly getting sold shit. And so you're getting like sucked in essentially. And you just keep buying and buying and buying and buying. Guess what? I have like 30 foundations that are just sitting on my shelf that I don't use at all. Expensive ones, cheap ones, it doesn't matter. And guess what? I use my Maybelline foundation. Like, that's my favorite one that I use all the time. So it's like, I wasted all this money, even with my eyeshadow palettes. I have like 100-something eyeshadow palettes. And I just got to a point one day where I was like, dude, it's the same. I keep buying the same thing over and over again. I'm never going to use these. and this was like a year or two ago, I was like, I need to use what I have before I buy new. You know, have I bought maybe one here or there? Yes, but not like I was buying years ago. I mean, I would literally like buy a new palette every week. I'd get my paycheck and I'd run to the fucking bank and go get a fucking makeup palette. Like, and I got out of control with it where I had so much makeup that I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, why am I doing this? I don't need all this makeup, you know? I like, it's not serving me. I'm not using it. I can't use it. Okay. Most of it's expired at this point in time. But like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but I don't believe in like eyeshadows get expired. If you do, that's great. I'll use a fucking 5-year-old eyeshadow. I don't give a shit. I feel like years ago there was never expiration dates on makeup products, and nowadays it's like, oh my god, it's expired. But I mean, really, does an eyeshadow expire? I don't think so. It's powder. It's a dry product. What's gonna go bad in it? Cream shadow maybe. But a powder, like any powder products to me, I don't feel like what's going to happen to them. Cream products are different. Like the oil separates and shit like that, or it could go bad. But I feel like a dry product really is not going to, nothing's going to happen to it. So I still use my fucking old ass eyeshadows. I don't give a fuck. I'll pull out my Naked palette, the original Naked palette before Urban Decay was bought by L'Oreal, and use it. Like, and I haven't gotten any eye infections, so. But I mean, I just got caught up in this thing of buying new eyeshadow constantly, and then realizing like I already own these colors 10 times over, because I don't really wear that many different colors when it comes to eyeshadow. I wear browns and maybe like a light pink or something, but like I don't wear purples. I don't wear colors. Maybe like back then, like 10 years ago when I was in my early 30s and I got sucked into this like shit, I probably experimented a little bit more. But as a 44-year-old woman, I'm not walking around with like crazy eyeshadow, it's just not happening. So now I only buy what I need, which is, and then sometimes I'll treat myself. Like the other day I bought myself this eyeliner that I wanted, but I use it, I'm not buying things that I don't need. I don't need eyeshadow, dude. I have so fucking much eyeshadow. I could fill a shelf at Sephora, it's like, I don't need all this eyeshadow. It's ridiculous. And even with clothes, I've done it. So I'm trying to not, live the most minimal life and like declutter to the point where I have nothing, but I'm just trying to stop buying, basically. It's not that I'm trying, I have stopped buying, because I'm like, I don't need all this shit. Like in reality, I just don't need this shit. So I've been like really just trying to buy what I need, and that's it. But you have this people watching these videos and thinking that they need to live like this, and they don't. You don't need to live like this. This is excessive, okay? To have all these products you're never gonna fucking use. Like, look at all this shit on her counter. There's no way you're using all this shit. All this cream, all this skincare products, like you only put like two, and that's it. What liner did I get? It's actually from Morphe, and it was like a double-ended eyeliner, just pencil. And I wanted it because one side of it was brown, and I usually hate double-ended any type of products. But I wanted it because one side was like a rich brown, and the other side was like this really beautiful like bronze color. And I always feel like that looks good on brown eyes. And I'm actually shocked that I wasn't like the biggest fan of Morphe products in the last couple of years, but it's actually a really good eyeliner. But it was kind of expensive. For a drugstore eyeliner, I thought it was about $14-15, which I thought was pretty pricey for like a drugstore brand eyeliner. I hate double-ended, but I knew I would use both sides of that product because I love, like, I always use bronzy colored like liners or like shadows as a liner. So I knew I would get use out of it, and I've been using both sides of it. But I've been using brown eyeliner because I just feel like black, as an older woman now, I feel like black looks too harsh on me sometimes. So I feel like brown just gives you like a more of a natural looking vibe. It's not as severe looking. I don't know, as I'm aging, I feel like I'm toning down my makeup a lot, you know? I used to put on, and I was never like over the top with my makeup, but I just feel like as I'm aging, I'm starting to like really just really get super natural looking. I don't like to have too much on. So I've been very, even with eyeshadow, like I haven't really done eyeshadow. I don't know. I feel like when I put a lot on, it ages me more. So I'm like, It's funny how she has all those expensive products but lives in a basic apartment. No, she lives in a house. I mean, she has a nice house, but yeah, I'm like, this is like a contractor bathtub, right? Like, it's not like anything fancy. I just like, nobody's gonna use this amount of products, dude. You're just never gonna use it. And there's tons of videos like this where she's restocking bathrooms in the same exact way with all these products. Wow, this one actually looks like she used some of it. But they're all like brand new products, and they're not gonna get used. I mean, there's just no way. Yeah, what rich person has one of these plastic carts on wheels? Like, okay. So she writes rich person bathroom restock. But this is just like one example of this, because there's a million more. I just happened to like, stumble upon this woman's channel the other day, and I was like, dude, like, oh my God, the dog. I can't watch the videos where the dog is suffering. I feel like there's something behind us, like with the, like there's something, there's some kind of people that get off on watching the dog struggling the shit. Like, it's fucking weird. Look at this shit. Weekly kids fridge restock. Let's watch this one. These videos get me like come on, dude. Your kid is not, I don't know how many kids. I've only seen one, and then she's supposedly has a teenage daughter. But is your one kid who looks like to be about maybe 9 gonna eat all this food? I mean, come on. And first of all, it's just so unrealistic. I think she has like a fridge just for like this purpose, like an empty fridge somewhere, just to do these like restock videos, because like she put her CeraVe in there, and now she's putting, kids snacks in there. And like, what the fuck are you making that you need that much butter? Like, this shit pisses me off, because I'm gonna be honest with you. There is times I go to this store and like certain products are out, and they'll be out for like a week, and I swear to God, I think in my head, like, I bet you it's one of these fucking idiots that's making restock videos on TikTok who just bought a bunch of this shit, and you know what I'm saying? And they're just like, just to make a video. Like, they don't need it. Nobody's gonna eat all this shit. It's gonna go bad before you fucking eat it. Like, give me a break. Look at this. Ramen. Why are you putting ramen noodles in the fridge, can I ask? What? I just realized that doesn't belong in the fridge. Why would you even put that in the fridge? But again, this is rage bait, dude. It's meant to get you angry. Like this. I thought that was whipped cream at first, but I think it's some type of cheese. But I'm like, who the fuck is using... What is that? I don't even know what that is. Does anybody know what that is? If it's whipped cream, I mean, come on, dude. You're not using that much fucking whipped cream, but that is, whatever it is, it's going to go bad. There's an expiration date on it. She already put like 20 of these little drinks, which my son always asks me to buy these things, and then he never finishes them. He'll drink like 3 or 4 of them, and then I end up throwing them out. That's what I thought it was, canned cheese, because I'm like, doesn't Cabot make cheese? I don't know. But like, do you need 5 of them? I don't think you do. All right. There's some vegetables in there at least. Look at this. Ridiculous. And she writes, healthy kids fridge. I'm like, Lunchables are considered healthy. Jello, yogurt with fucking M&Ms is healthy. In what world is that? What world is that happening? Give me a break. Why is your kid just eating sticks of butter? Like, what is going on here? Ramen noodles are healthy now? Okay. Oh my God, it's so bad. So bad. This isn't even the worst though, because I've seen people like where it's fucking insanity. I'm trying to find one of the videos where she makes the dog's mess. And it's so funny. Oh, this one's funny too. Look, table setting on a budget. Ready? You want to see setting a table on a budget? So she gets this giant wood dough bowl, which I know that these dough bowls could sell for like 30, 40, $50, especially that size. She might have even paid more than that. She could have paid like around $80. Then it looks like she's pouring granulated wax. Like when I get wax for candle making, that's what it looks like. Some of them. One kind of wax comes in like a huge just sheet, like block, but the other kind comes like this. It's like flakes. And I'm like, why are you putting wax flakes in there? That's kind of weird, but I thought maybe she was gonna like make a candle, which would have got me even more angry, but not angry, but all right. Now, who knows how much this all costs? This is on a budget, guys. Okay, like these little placemats. I look at these in the stores. Sometimes they could be like $6 or $7 a piece, and then you got the all these like fancy glasses. I'm sure they cost good amount of money. This is on a budget. Now we got linen napkins tied in bows. Do you really think anybody's sitting here? Look, brand new candlesticks, like from the store. This is probably the only item that to me looks like it kind of came from Dollar Tree. This might be the one budget item she actually purchased here because nothing else about this is budget. But she purchased 5 of them. Those actually might be from Walmart. This is a budget. No. 2 sets of fairy lights. Like, dude, if I had to add this up, this cost her, like, I don't know, probably a couple $100 for all this shit. Maybe more than that, honestly. It's on a budget. I'm like, okay, girl, you ain't on no budget. My daughter makes ramen with veggie and eggs. I love ramen. Well, I eat this one brand that's so good. Oh, my God. It's not regular ramen noodles. It's, I forget the name of it. Nissan makes it. And it's called beef teriyaki ramen noodles. There's no beef in it, so I don't know why they call it beef. But it's so good. Oh, my God. It's so good. Hold on. I'm trying to find... Oh, dude, I need to find one of these dog apartment videos where there's a fucking mess. Is this it? I saw this one last night. Hold on. Never in my life I thought I would be jealous of a dog, puppy, not even a dog. This is one of the ones I watched last night, but I don't... Look, every day there's a new doghouse. There's a new color theme for the poor little dog. Look at this. I mean, come on, dude. Really? Look at this. Pink. I mean, wow. Blue. I think we saw the blue one. We started off with the blue. Dude, that's just like, you're just overconsumption city over here. I mean, come on. How much of this shit do we need? I'm trying to find one of the funny cleanup videos. Oh my God. Is this one? Let's see. My dog. Look at this bed. Oh my God. Does that not give you anxiety? Would you put your dog on a bed that is suction cupped to the window? Because I wouldn't. Or however that thing's floating there. That's like for a cat, dude. Oh my God, that's giving me anxiety. What if the dog jumps off of that? They're not cats, dude. Like, cats could handle that shit, jumping from high lengths because their bodies are designed, but dogs are not. It is literally suction cupped. Okay, this one isn't that bad. Fuck, I'm trying to find one of the ones where she like, look at this. Oh my God, on wood floors. She's just pouring water on the wood floors. Could you imagine how much mold is under there? She just dumped water on the wood floor like that, dude. That is like the dumbest fucking thing you could do ever. Not only is your wood floor gonna swell and buckle, but yeah, that's bad. Hold on, I'm trying to find one of the good the dog videos where she cleans it up, and it's so funny. All right, this is just videos of her kissing the dog, which is fucking weird. Hold on. Oh, is this one? All right. Why are your dogs... Why? This is one of them where I'm like, what is the white powder, dude? But this is... I didn't see this one last night, but like, why do your dogs have crayons and paint, dude? Like, what is going on here? What is going on here? White powder all over them. Oh my God. I didn't know this thing made an appearance in another video. It's... Oh my God. It's giving me anxiety. It's just giving me anxiety. Like, oh yeah, your dog's made this mess? Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, look, you get to show off your new vacuum. Is this an ad we're watching? Oh, all the attachments. It's got its own little station. Oh, what's this? We could go online and we could... Oh, here comes the robot. Sponsored by Roomba. Wait a second. Did one of the floorboards just change color? Or am I seeing things? Hold on a second. Something just happened weird. Oh, shit. I didn't go back far enough. Hold on. Watch the floorboard. Something happens there. Wow, you totally... Oh, wait. No, maybe it's not. Yeah, something just happened right there. There was some kind of weird cut right there. Watch the vacuum when it comes back this way. It was like a jump cut, maybe? I don't know. Something weird happens when the vacuum comes back the second time. The mess moved. Is that what it is? We're being fooled. Hold on. Going this way. Oh, yeah, the mess moved. That was weird. It's not even, like, doing a great job cleaning it. But, you know, she's probably selling this thing and probably gets a commission on it if you go to her Amazon link and buy it. And now we're going to set up totally new... Oh, purple today. Where the fuck do you keep all this shit for the dog? This isn't even... There was one apartment setup that was so ridiculous. I was like, girl, what are you putting in a dog's... Like, why... This doesn't belong near a dog. I wonder if this is it. Hold on. I watched so many of these last night. Wait, are we back at the same video? Yeah, what the fuck is going on here? God damn. Why does it keep doing this? It's like bringing me to the wrong video when I click on it. Puppy home setup. That's what this one's called. And now it's not doing it. What the fuck? Oh my god, sorry. Hold on. I don't know what's happening. Why did it just open in a new window? Hold on a second. Is it... Why does it keep bringing me to the wrong video, dude? I told you guys, YouTube is fucking glitching. 1 month old. Alright. I'm so confused. Now I can't find the video. I don't know why it's, like, it's bringing me to the wrong video. Of course she has a Labubu. And of course she has one of these stupid bog bags. Look at this shit. This is the aesthetic, though. I mean, like, look. Beach bog bag restock, right? Alright, sorry. If you own one of these, I'm not, like, ripping on you. But, like, some of these things, especially with the Stanley cups, are so ridiculous. So, of course, she has a Labubu. Because, like, why wouldn't you? She has all the accessories. She needs her bronzer to bring to the beach for some reason. Like, why? I don't know. She needs her glitter Dior, all brand new products. Let me bring all my brand new products to the beach. My Dior products. And, like, she's wearing a sweater. Look at the sweater she's wearing. Do you really think she's going to the beach in this sweater? Look at this heavy chenille sweater she's wearing. That, like, goes over her hands. Because it's like that in every fucking video. But, like, oh, you're going to the beach with all this in your heavy sweater? I believe you. I mean, this is just, like, all an ad. Like, it has to be, right? She's getting paid. Look, why do you need to bring every color of your Dior lip gloss with you to the beach, dude? Like, what? You're gonna wear all those colors at the beach today? Come on. Stop. Just stop. That goes in the middle. Like, so far, she hasn't packed one thing that's actually useful for the beach. I haven't seen any sunscreen. Like, where's the useful stuff? What is this thing? Why do we need this? Dior... What is that? A suction cup? What are we doing with that? We're just gonna put it in the stupid phone holder. Oh my god. Oh my god! There's a strap-on seat for the fucking Labubu. I can't. I cannot. And you need the little charm tags. I see tons of these that they sell. It's like the croc things. Gibbets, whatever you call them. Look, here. Of course the Stanley had to make a fucking appearance. Because why wouldn't it? And we need 2 more Labubus with us. And a mini bog bag. And another Labubu at the beach. Like, I wouldn't be caught dead carrying this. Okay? Like, how ridiculous is this shit? I'm sorry, but it's just, when you really sit and you start, now, this is probably the only cool fucking thing I've seen on her page. Hold on. I mean, I've seen cool shit on her page, but this is, Jesse would love this thing. Hold on. He would also probably, like, get me in trouble with this thing in the, fucking airport, but check this thing out. It's pretty cool. It turns into a scooter, dude. Like, what? I mean, that is great. That is amazing. How fucking cool is that? I do like that, but of course he's holding a Labubu. Jesse would love that thing. He tries riding the suitcases through the airport, so he would definitely love that thing. I feel bad that her husband's got to be subjected to this. That's a whole nother area of the internet that you could go over, where some of these women, like, the things that they make their husbands do. Oh my God, I didn't even realize she has a red pool in the kitchen. Okay, there was another lady I wanted to show you. Now, this one I might get people disagreeing with me, and that's fine. I have to find it, though. Hold on. Let me go back and just give me a minute here. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm not gonna lie, the fucking scooter suitcase is cool. Dude, I don't bathe my dog even close to that. See, but you watch these videos sometimes and you start feeling bad about yourself because you're like, oh my God, why don't I own all these things? Or why don't I bathe my dog that much? But it's like, dude, no, this is not normal. I guess this is the whole point. These things that are being pushed to us are not normal. And we could very easily fall into the trap of, you know what I'm saying? Of like, oh, I need to do this, or I need to have that, or I need to do this. But in reality, no. You know, this is not normal life. People don't normally do this. Oh, I gotta find this other one. Hold on. This other lady, to me, I think it's insane. And again, you guys might, disagree, because I look in her comments and I'm like, how the fuck do people think this is normal? I'm sorry, this is not fucking normal, dude. Hold on a second. Oh my God, I don't remember if I watched her before this lady or after. Just give me a second here. I'm trying to find this. Oh, wait, here she is. Okay. Now, this is, I'm sorry. This is mental illness. And if you guys think it's normal, let me know. But I think it's mental illness. All right, let me switch over to hers. I saw this lady. This is so weird, okay? Because I was watching all these videos about fake influencers and all this shit. And I mentioned this lady in the comments under a video because I had seen her videos a long time ago. And next thing I know, I log into YouTube and her video is at the top of my feed. And I'm like, wow, that was weird because I haven't seen her videos in a long time. Now, if you guys think this is normal, I'm not here to offend anybody. To me, though, I think this is, number one, being done for TikTok. Okay, obviously. She's, traveling the world. She's getting paid. And this lady's doing it smarter than anybody else, I do have to say, because not only is she making money off these videos that she's making the videos while she's on vacation. So, like, she's like double dipping. You know what I'm saying? So, like, she makes this quick little TikTok video, but she's on cruises and she's traveling and she's doing all this stuff. But I think this is a level of insanity that, and it scares me because there's 4,000 comments in this thing and people think this is normal. Okay. And if you guys do, that's great. But I do not. I think this is mental illness here. Okay. So we're just going to watch this. You tell me what you think. Okay, so she got her nice little cruise room. And she's going to take out all her cleaning products. Gloves. We got a scrub daddy thing. And she's scrubbing the sink on the cruise ship. Okay. And wiping the counter down with Clorox before she puts her Louis Vuitton. And now she's going to set up all her, like, I mean, that's a lot of, I don't know. I don't know about you guys, but when I go away, I don't bring all my skincare with me. I bring like my moisturizer, and that's maybe one serum, but I'm worried about them spilling in my luggage. So usually, especially when they have these little dropper tops, so usually I just bring my what do you call it? I bring my moisturizer and that's it. I don't, I could skip the routine for a couple of days. This is a little much right here. Okay. Look at this. I mean, really, dude, you need to travel with all this for, what? How long do you go on a cruise? 5 to 7 days? Like, this is a lot of shit for 5 to 7 days. It's a little excessive. Look at this. I mean, like, it keeps going. Now, this is where shit gets really crazy for me. She brings, like, a toilet scrubber with her on vacation. Like, I will be fucking damned, okay? I've stayed in, like, all different types of hotel rooms in the last couple of years because I travel, you guys know, I travel, like, almost every weekend from August to March, pretty much, right? I'm away at least twice a month. I've seen some, there's been some hotels I've stayed in where I'm like a little skeeved, I'm not gonna lie, but we usually get nice hotels, thank God, okay? This is too much to me. You are scrubbing the bathtub on a vacation, dude. I see, like, to me, a normal thing to do would be to go ask, if you walked in there and the tub wasn't clean to your satisfaction, that's when you either go to the front desk and you tell them, I need a different room, or could somebody please come clean my tub because it's, got ring around the tub or something like that. Like, there's no way I'm packing cleaning materials like this scrubby thing in my suitcase and then spending the time that I'm supposed to be relaxing and enjoying myself scrubbing a fucking bathtub, dude. Like, what the fuck? And there's so many people in the comments that think this is normal, dude. And I'm sorry, but I don't know about you guys. I have never heard of anybody dying or getting, violently ill or sick from, oh, I caught something from my, shower at the hotel. I mean, dude, this lady probably does get sick a lot because if you're cleaning to this point everywhere you go, then you're gonna have no immunity against germs, dude. Like, it's okay to have some germs. Like, this is a mental illness. This lady clearly has a germophobia. It's not normal, and I cannot believe the amount of people in her comments, unless she's going through and, like, deleting the negative comments, I don't know. But I can't believe the amount of fucking comments that of people that think that this is normal. Like, this is not fucking normal to me. I'm sorry. This is a mental illness, and I have to let Ovi in. Hold on. He's annoying the shit out of me. Hold on. Let's go, you baby arse. But I'm like, wow, dude, like, really? You're gonna spend the first day of your cruise cleaning your hotel room? Now, here's the part that this is what I don't understand, okay? If you're gonna catch germs anywhere on a cruise ship, it's going to be in the common areas, right? Where there's other people congregating, more so than your room. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with wanting to have a clean room, because, like, I do, I don't want to walk in and see, like, dirty toilet or anything, but, like, this looks clean to me. Like, it looks like they did a good job cleaning this, okay? Like, a good enough job. You're not going to die if you catch, like, a cold, but, like, what exactly are you cleaning off? What do you think is on there? It looks clean to me. So I don't know. You're cleaning a clean thing already and you're spraying chemicals all over the place. I just, like, who are you? Because it gets worse. She's going to go a little further, but I'm like, what are you cleaning exactly? I don't understand. Now, don't get me wrong. I will check the bed to see if it has bed bugs because I don't want to bring those home with me because that's majorly inconvenient. But this to me is like a step too far. Like, I am not scrubbing the fucking bathtub, okay? I'm not doing that on a vacation. That is insanity to me. I'm bringing a scrubbing device. And now more shit, because she didn't bring enough shit with her. I mean, oh my God, this lady's over the top. So now to me, this is gross. Like, I'm not going to scrub a hotel toilet. That's disgusting. Like, this is weird. And then she's scrubbing the floor. Now, again, is she going into the common areas? Like when she goes near the pool, is she wiping the lounge chair down? Does she whip her little scrubby thing out and clean the lounge chair before she lays in it? Is she, you know what I'm saying? Like, does she go into the restaurant and clean the table before she sits down to eat? Because, like, that's more likely where you're going to catch germs. You know, and where most of the dirt is going to be on the ship, which is why I don't understand this. Because I'm like, you're spending the least amount of time. I know I do. When I go on vacation, I'm barely in the hotel room. Like, that's where I spend the least amount of my time, is in the hotel room. So, like, most of my time is spent out doing things. So why are you spending this much time cleaning the place where you're going to spend the least amount of time and where the least amount of germs are likely for you to catch? Like, make that make sense. Ugh. Oh my God, she's got, what is this? Poo-pourri, before you go, potty pods. Poo odor eliminator. Who's smelling your shit, lady? Like, you're by yourself, clearly. I mean, really? Is it, look at this. I mean, is this necessary? She brought, like, a doucher for the toilet. Like, what the fuck? What is that thing, actually? Is that, like, a portable... Oh, it is. Is that like a portable, what do you call those things? A bidet? I think it is. Hold on a second. Like, yo, girl, you're high maintenance. I'm sorry. This is high maintenance to me. This is not normal. Is that what that thing is? What is that device? Or do you clean your tchotchke with that? What is that? Why would you need to bring that? That thing would have definitely came in handy when I had my son. Oh, I'll never forget that. After I gave birth to Jesse, the nurse rips me out of bed. It was like literally 3 hours after my C-section. I don't know if she got me confused with the other patient in the room, but this nurse came in the room in a fucking rage. She was crazy. I fucking pushed her. I literally shoved her so hard she went flying across the bathroom because she was nuts, this lady. I never met a nurse like this. She comes in the room. She, like, rips me out of the bed. She's like, you need to get up. Now, mind you, I'm only, like, a couple of hours out from having an epidural and having a C-section, so I still couldn't feel my legs. Like, I could barely feel my legs. She's like, you need to get up. You can't just lay in bed all day. And I'm like, lady, I just had a C-section like 3 hours ago. What are you talking about? I can't lay in bed all day. Like, what am I supposed to be doing right now? Would you like me to vacuum the fucking hotel, the hospital? So she literally, like, rips me up out of bed. Dude, it hurt so bad. Okay? It hurt so bad. She, like, pulls my arm, pulls me up. I couldn't even get up on my own because, like, my legs were still, like, you know, numb from the epidural. And she makes me walk into the bathroom, and I could barely walk at this point in time because I don't know if any of you guys had a C-section, but it was literally, it's so painful, dude. Holy shit. It's in your core of your body that you need to use. Thank you. Terry, am I the only one that would watch cleaning videos or get ready with me if Laura did them? You know, those would be hilarious shit shows. Oh my God, I so would. I so would. Oh my God, thank you for the super chat. So anyway, she brings me into the bathroom. She makes me sit down. Now, I had a catheter in, so I thought the catheter was still in. And I'm like, I couldn't even feel, like, my, you know, muscles down there to pee. She's telling me I have to get up and pee. And I'm like, but I can't even feel anything. It's all numb. So she sits me down on the toilet, and this is the part where she got pushed because I was not expecting this. She didn't say anything. She's sitting in front of me in the bathroom, and she takes this little bottle of water. Now, mind you, I'm a first-time mom, so I have like, no idea about any of this stuff. Like, these are the things that nobody fucking tells you about after you give birth. Like, I had no idea that after you give birth, you bleed for like a month. I didn't know that, okay? So she comes up, I'm sitting on the toilet, and I thought she was like, gonna pull the catheter out or something. She takes a bottle of water and just squirts it right on my vag, okay? And it is, dude, freezing cold water. Freezing cold water. And I was like so like stunned, like I didn't mean to push her, but I was holding her shoulder because she walked me over to the toilet and helped me sit down somewhat. And so the water was so cold and shocking right there that I, like, my body just had a reaction, and I literally, like, threw her across the room, like, the bathroom, because I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck? And I pushed her. I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, you need to clean down there. And I'm like, okay, but like, you should definitely warn people if you're going to spray cold water on their vaginas. Like, you should probably tell people this. So, I mean, she just went like falling back. She didn't fly across the room. I'm not like Superman or anything, but she like fell backwards. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? I was like, you are crazy. First of all, she ripped me out of bed, which she shouldn't have been doing. I think because the girl next to me that was in the room with me, I think she had me confused with that girl. That girl gave vaginal birth, and I don't know if she had like postpartum or something going on, but she wouldn't get out of bed. And while the few hours I was there, the nurses kept coming in and telling her that she needs to get up and start walking around because she was just laying in bed, and she was already there for a few days. And they were like, you have to get up. Like, you have to start walking around and everything. I was only 3 hours into, like, just having my son. And this woman comes in and literally, like, ripped me out of the bed. Like, and I don't think, I seriously think she had me confused with the other girl. Because everybody I've talked to says that, like, you shouldn't get out of bed. Like, put it this way. I was in the hospital for, what, 3 days? 3 days later, they didn't want me really walking around and walking up and down steps. So, I don't know, dude. It was either she had me confused or something. Like, she made it, when she came in the room, she made it like I was laying in the bed for, like, days. Like, the way she was yelling at me. And I'm like, I was so confused. First of all, I'm, like, still, you know, kind of groggy from, like, all the pain meds and everything that they're giving you. But I'm like, lady, I don't think I'm supposed to be getting up right now. Like, I can't even feel my body, you know, like, I still can't feel anything. I'm still, the anesthesia, whatever they give you, is wearing off still. Oh my God, it was so crazy. No, she never came back in my room after that. I'll tell you that much, because I fucking got pissed. I was like, yo, after she squirted the cold water on me, I was like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm like, look, when I go somewhere like that, like the hospital or something, thank God I've never really been in the hospital, but like doctor's offices, I try to be so like polite to people, but that time I was not about that life, dude, because I was like, you just literally ripped me out of bed. I'm in so much pain right now. And squirt cold water on me and like don't even tell me that you're gonna do it. Like, no. So, but anyway, this little device right here looks like it would come in handy for something like that. If that's what this thing is, I don't know. But all right, girl, bring your coochie thing. Now this part, all right, fine. You're, inspecting the bed. I don't know. Is that like, what is that? Is she like looking for blood stains or something? What is this light doing? Or is that one of those disinfectant wands? I mean, this is like a little extra. Like, you're spraying shit on a bed that's not yours that like could potentially cause allergies for the next person that sleeps on it or breathes that in. Okay, this is where I'm sorry. You're taking things too far. Now, don't mind. Look, out of the whole hotel, there's two things that skeeve me the most. The bed is number one. And I don't sleep on, like, their sheets. Like, I sleep on top of the comforter, like a burrito wrapped in a blanket that I bring with me and my own pillow, because the beds just skeeve me the fuck out. Like, I don't know. I hate sleeping on other people's beds. So, all right. I don't know. I don't think I would go to the extent of bringing my own sheets with me, but okay. This is a little too much. Too much. Now, look at this. She's spraying the shit out of, like, the phone. Like, girl, are you even using that phone? Come on. Who uses the phone in the hotel room? I mean, come on. And she's, like, dousing it. The thing's gonna, like, break. Like, are you supposed to spray wet on electronics like this? I don't think so. I mean, she's dousing the shit out of it. Look at this. On the light switches. Like, girl, are you, like, you're gonna catch maybe a cold from a light switch. Like, come on. I mean, this is too much. Now she has a fan. Oh, I didn't see this. Oh, she got a fan. And a portable washer. Like, girl, really? Like, this sounds like a nightmare vacation to me. You're scrubbing toilets. You're scrubbing bathtubs. You're fucking doing laundry on a vacation? Like, nothing about this sounds fun. And where are you packing all this shit, girl? Because, like, I can barely fit the shit I need in my bag when I gotta go on the plane. I'm like, me and my husband are sitting there like it's the fucking Price is Right, looking at the scale like, come on, come on. Like it's like Wheel of Fortune spinning. Like, hopefully we're going to hit the jackpot here and just not go over, you know? Like, what? How do you fit all this? And I need to ask, why are you washing a men's bathing suit when you're by yourself? Why do you have men's bathing suits with you? That is fucking weird. Like, she just gets there and she's like, I'm gonna clean bathing suits. I'm gonna disinfect and clean everything. Like, dude, you disinfected the chair, girl. Now, what if somebody else sits on that chair and gets an allergy from it? What is this thing? What do we have here? Oh, the dryer. Because, you know, girl, where are you packing all this? I mean, come on. What is this thing now? Oh my God. I don't know, I guess hot water, because like they usually don't they usually have coffee makers in the hotel room? Okay. Oh, all right, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little jealous of this thing. Where'd she get this thing? Because I need to fucking get this thing. Look at it. It's like a little makeup carrier slash like fucking like vanity set. All right, I'm a little jealous, but I'll tell you right now, I bought one of these travel mirrors like that for when I go away to do my makeup in, because hotel rooms are like, I don't know what it is, probably so you can't see all the dirt. Hotel rooms are so fucking dark, dude. And I'm like always trying to do my makeup and I feel like I can't see myself, so I bought like a portable mirror like that with the LED lights, but the LED lights, battery operated ones, aren't even bright enough to like illuminate your face, so it's kind of a waste of money. Oh my God, she has to wipe everything. I would not want to travel with this woman because I'm going to tell you right now, she would give me anxiety, like just traveling like this. I'd be like, oh, finally, look, she's enjoying. She didn't even pull away from the port yet. Look, she's already scrubbed the toilet. Oh my God. She's got tons of videos like this where she's, you know, traveling and scrubbing toilets. So, I mean, God bless her that she's making money doing this. I mean, shit. But, yeah, she's definitely got a germophobia, and I kind of feel bad for her because I'm like, wow, you spend your whole life cleaning, you know, to what? Avoid germs? Avoid a couple of germs? You know, maybe getting a cold? Give me a break. You know, like, come on, dude. This is, like, excessive. How many things? Let's see how many fucking products she puts in her toilet. Why does it keep bringing me the wrong damn video? Oh, is this another cleaning video? Let's see. Bullshit. She fits all that in this and this. Then she must not pack clothes because she packs all of her cleaning supplies. Let's see what cleaning supplies she whips out of this one. Oh my God. Girl, where are your clothes? Wait a second. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She has OCD. This is not normal, dude. I'm sorry. But there's so many comments where they're like, oh my God, you're my hero. And I'm like, no. I mean, shit, I wish she was cleaning, you know, the rooms before I get there. Now, wait a second. Does she have the same set of nails on? Where are her clothes? I'm so confused. Half of her luggage is cleaning supplies. So what does she just wear the same clothes for days? What is she doing here? Oh my God, no, she's doing the same thing on this vacation. She's cleaning. She's cleaning. Oh, she did. I'm a little disappointed about the bathtub. She did not scrub it, but she's scrubbing the shower because, you know, in her Gucci slippers. Where are her other suitcases? I need to know this. Ew, dude. I don't know. Something about, like, I don't even like cleaning my own toilet. I do it, obviously, but I hate doing it. The last thing I want to do is, like, clean up some hotel toilet bowl, dude. Like, just float, girl. I mean, come on. What is this little douche thing? I don't get it. And why does she need to show it in every fucking video? I think I'm going to go with it's a portable bidet type thing. And all right, we gotta bring every fucking, oh my God, I was just looking at this stuff the other day. I forget what it is. It's some type of product, and I thought it was gonna be super expensive, but it was like $5, and I was like, it had really good reviews. I forget what it is though. I have it saved on my Amazon. What is this? What the fuck are these things? Her nails are cute. I'm not gonna lie. I'm down with her nails. What is that? What were those little things? Oh my god, she's disinfecting everything. I feel bad for her in a way. What are those? Everything's pink, right? It all matches. Girl, like my luggage is so, oh my gosh, she's got all her perfumes with her. My luggage, like nothing fucking matches, dude. Nothing. My suitcase is like gray. I have like all different colors and patterns. I can never match all my shit, dude. That would just be too much work. Look at all this shit she has with her. My god, girl. Holy, she fancy. She's got a full. Now wait a second. Where was she putting all these clothes, excuse me, these big dresses, and then hangers? Or are those in the hotel? You had hangers with you. I don't know, dude. Something ain't right here. Something ain't right. And they're all like steamed. Like they're all no wrinkles. Come on, girl. Who you kidding? Holy shit. She brought a decent amount of clothes, but girl, where did you keep those? And where's this Fenty bag coming from? Because, what the fuck? Oh my god, now she's cleaning the kitchen. It's like brought to you by Sponge Daddy. Girl, what? Hold the fuck on a second. Okay, I've never seen this video. Why do you need that much medication with you? And listen, I'm like one of those freaks that brings like everything with me. Like I bring Tylenol, I bring allergy medicine, I bring, but this is excessive, dude. She's got, look at this. Oh my God. She's got Zicam. She's got fucking Zyrtec, which is for allergies. She's got Flonase, which is for allergies. Cold medicine, like, girl, you can't buy this at the hotel if you need it. Like, come on. Liquid IV, because of course you can't be an influencer who doesn't fucking take that, who doesn't take liquid IV. I don't know what these are. Are these like, do you take these every day? And why do you have kids' zinc drops with you when you're by yourself again? Okay, that's a little creepy. But like, are you taking all of these? Are these essential oils? Like, what is going on here? Let's see, what else? This is kids, again, honeybee. I recognize a little bee there. Zerbies or whatever it is. Zorbies, whatever it is. Like every type of child's medication that you could think of. Motrin, Tylenol, cough drops, kids, cough medicine, cold flu medicine, Zyrtec. Oh my God. Tums and Pepto. Like, why? Why do you need both? What is this? I don't know what this one says. Kind of hard to read. Lozenges? I don't know. I don't know what that says. I mean, dude, this is... how do you... Why are you even taking this out of your suitcase? I don't even understand. Does anybody... Am I the only one? Like, when I go somewhere, I never take my clothes out of this suitcase unless I'm wearing them. Like, I don't take my clothes out and put them in the closet because I feel like I'm going to leave them there all the time. So I just, like, unpack as I use things. She's putting, like, she hung all her clothes up. And then she's, like, unpacking all her vitamins and shit. I don't know. I just leave everything in my bag. Because I'm like, who wants to unpack all this shit? Like, obviously, I take some stuff out. Like, my toothbrush, my... hair dryer, my makeup, but like I bring the bags in the bathroom with me and then I just use them out of the bags. Like I never use the hotel drawers and I never use the fucking closet because I'm afraid I'm gonna forget stuff. But I mean, I have a feeling this woman never forgot anything anywhere because she seems... Oh, she does! Oh my God, she does! Bring it to the fucking pool. She brought the pool. She brought it to the pool, bro. Dude, I can live like this. I'm sorry. This is an illness that maybe was with her for a long time, or maybe she developed it after COVID. But, like, girl, you're disinfecting a fucking lounge chair. Like, are you gonna die? Like, have you ever heard, like, on the news, like, we're sorry to report, ladies and gentlemen, but somebody died today because they sat on a lounge chair that was disinfected, and now they are dead. Like, have you ever heard of such a crazy thing? Girl, come on. Like, if you're going to the tanning salon, I get it. People are like sweating, but like there's UV rays from the sun hitting the fucking chair, and this is excessive, I think. I'm sorry. But like, don't even leave your fucking house at this point. If this is what you have to do is spray shit on every chair you sit on, then like you just need help. Like, I'm sorry. This is not. And there's people praising her in the comments for this, and I'm sorry, then they must all be mentally ill too, because to me, this looks horrible. Like, I'm like, ugh, like, I wouldn't want to live this woman's life. Yeah, finally. She's like, hey, I can finally relax after disinfecting the world. Oh my God. Sorry, girl. I think you need to go seek some, mental health. I mean, look, she's not hurting anybody, but I just think it's fucking crazy. She's not hurting anybody by doing this. It's fine. It's what she wants to do on her vacations. But I think that pushing this image that this is somehow normal is dangerous. Where you have all these people in your comments like, yeah, like, this is normal. Like, no, there's nothing normal about this. And it's overboard. And I wonder, she might get sick from all the fucking chemicals that she's inhaling from all these cleaning products. I'd be more worried about that shit, than worried about catching a fucking cold from a cruise ship. Like, for all I know, maybe she's immune suppressed, and she's got something going on, and I just don't know about it. But, oh, here we go. Here's another. Is she ironing the damn, what the fuck? Oh, that's her house. What, does she steam her bed every morning? How do you live like this? I feel so sorry for people like this. Yep, she's steaming her bed in the morning. Oh my God. And spraying it, apparently. Oh my God, I could never live like this. It's too much. Girl, ain't nobody's drawers... What? Oh, whoa, that's creepy. Ain't nobody's drawers staying that organized. You couldn't convince me. She probably has one drawer that she shows on TikTok. Like, these people's lives, I guess that's the whole point, is that these people's lives that they're showing you are not realistic, okay? All these restock people who put, like, everything, they go food shopping and they pour it into these, containers so that their cabinets look aesthetically pleasing. It's unrealistic. First of all, if you ever go in the store and you look at those containers that, like the cereal containers and shit, they're so expensive. There's so much money just for like a couple of them, like a set of 5. But like, now you don't know the expiration dates on anything because you poured it into a plastic container. Like, and I'm not saying you shouldn't do that with, anything. There's certain things that I pour into other containers when I get them, like sugar and flour and stuff like that, because the box typically just causes a mess. But like, or the bag that it comes in. But like, I mean, to do your whole entire, fridge and your cabinets like that, like, that's just not realistic. You have to have a lot of money to do that. And the fact that people like are trying to live to this impossible standard that, we're supposed to have these like uber organized, kitchen shelves and cabinets and drawers, like these people have the spice drawer, they pull it out and each spice is in the same bottle labeled perfectly. Like, this is being done for content. It's either being done for rage bait or it's being done to show off your wealth or something, because normal people can't afford to live like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, and we're being pushed this stuff and fed this stuff, and people are thinking that this shit is normal. Like, this woman, there's people in her comments that think this cleaning that she's doing in these hotel rooms, oh, look, she does have a kid, it is normal. But it's like, girl, you're taking valuable time away from your life doing this. Like, you're not really hurting anybody. I mean, but I don't know how much you're helping either, because I don't think that, you're going to die from the bathroom, at the hotel. Like, I've never heard of that. You're more likely to get like food poisoning at one of the hotel restaurants than you are to like die from anything in the hotel room. And this to me is a mental illness, and people are cheering it on. They're like, "Yay, you got OCD and germophobia." Great. You're my hero. Like, this is not... This lady's kitchen, I'm sorry, this is not realistic, dude. Really? It looks great. But look at this shit. Not realistic. Sorry. Whose house is like this? It's excessive. I mean, you pour the juice into another juice container. Why? Why are we doing this? It comes with a juice container. Why are we pouring it into another container? Okay. I mean, like, that's fine. I don't know if you need to do this. Like, you're doing this for the aesthetic look of it, dude. Because you don't need to put juice that already comes in a container in another container. Like, you're doing this so that your fridge looks nice, I guess. I don't know. What is the point of this? You're dumping these out? Are you going to cover them? Okay, you are. But why? Why? What's wrong with the bags that they come in? This is so fucking weird. Oh my god. Ovi, hold on. I gotta let him back outside. We just like to go inside and outside all day. What? You fart? Sounds like you did. Sorry. This time we had to go in the backyard. We had to go to the front. We had to go to the back. We had to go to the front. We had to go to the back. Oh my god. Yeah, this is crazy. Just crazy. She has a drawer for magic erasers. Like, why do you need to do this? Oh my god. The laundry room restocks got me the most because I'm like, why are we putting... Like, it's a fucking laundry room. Why are we going to this extent for the laundry room, dude? Where you clean dirty fucking clothes. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, she got new jars in. What are we doing? Himalayan salt. Wow, those are some fancy fucking labels. Like this. Whose house is like this? Come on, dude. Nobody's house is like this. Nobody has a drawer in their kitchen. I don't have a drawer to spare for something like this. What the fuck? What the fuck? I mean, I guess if I had a kitchen like that, her kitchen's gorgeous, but come on, girl. Ain't nobody got time for that. How to slow start to a busy day. What are you doing? Cleaning and making TikTok videos. Oh my god. Nope. Like, dude, this is like so weird, man. Oh, does anybody believe that there was this much food behind this lady's stove? Come on. Look at this. Girl, stop it. You made that mess. First of all, where is that? That don't even look like your house because you have white cabinets. But, excuse me, where was this? Where the fuck was this? Oh, this is from 2021. Maybe this was like her beginnings on TikTok, but... Girl, I don't believe that any of that shit was sitting under your stove. I'm sorry, but What is that thing? Oh, this must have been where she started her TikTok. Cleaning. Here, let me show my OCD. Alright, see, this shit's weird. You're cleaning your dishwasher. Doesn't your dishwasher clean itself every time you do dishes? I don't know, dude. Maybe I'm a fucking slob. I mean, I don't know. Just some of this seems very excessive to me. Wow. Whoa! Holy shit. Girl, what do you need that much water? See, this is what I'm talking about. Who's drinking all that water? I mean, we buy a case of water maybe at a time, but you got 5 cases of water, girl. Who be drinking all that water? Spend the day with me. Let me take one of my curated brown eggs because, you know, it's not TikTok aesthetic if I don't have brown eggs. Meanwhile, they're the same fucking things. She's like, I just want my eggs to match the rest of the shit in my fridge. My beige, you know, life that I'm living here. What was that thing that she just put over the eggs? Everything's so aesthetic. Oh my God. See, the thing that bothers me about this is that these people's families have to live. Could you imagine, right? All these people that film in their homes and trying to maintain a household that's this neat and orderly with children in it and a husband. Like what voodoo are you doing? Okay? What fucking voodoo are you doing? That you're able to not only maintain a house, because see, if I didn't have my son and my husband here, I could probably, keep my kitchen counters somewhat clean, but like we're all like dumping shit everywhere. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's so hard to stay clean like this. Like, I feel like you just have to dedicate such a crazy amount of time to this, and not only that, train your entire family to do it, because no matter how much I fucking clean, my family doesn't like get that. Like, could you just not leave 10 fucking cups downstairs? Thanks. Like, I can't train them to put things in the garbage, although I try to. But at the same time, hey Pink, how you doing, girl? I will check my text. I don't have my phone on me, but when I get my phone, where is my phone? Oh, I do have it. I'll check them after. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I couldn't spend this much time cleaning my house, dude. I just couldn't do it. It's just... Or yelling at my family for not being clean, because I spent my whole life being yelled at by my dad, and like I felt like it was like abuse, dude. I mean, he used to like nitpick your every movement, oh, put that cup in the sink, like before you even got a chance to do it. He was always watching your every move to make sure you were doing things. If I left something out of place, it got thrown in the garbage, when I was a kid. So I don't want to do that to my family, so I feel like it is what it is. My house is lived in. If you don't like it, oh well. I mean, sorry, but it's lived in. This is not, to me, it looks nice and it's beautiful, but it's not realistic. Like, nobody lives like this. Well, this looks like an older one of her videos, but I mean, oh, maybe not. I don't know. Why does she have two kitchens? This is not realistic to me. This looks like a showroom and not a house that people actually live in. You know what I'm saying? What is she cleaning here? What is that even? I'm confused. Oh, the fridge. I mean, like, hey, you gotta clean your fridge. I get it. What are we showing here? I mean, it's a beautiful fridge, but everything's perfectly stacked. Like, that just looks impossible to me. Wow, she's got some really modern appliances. See, but the reason that these people have all these things is because they're doing these TikTok videos. You know what I'm saying? Like, the average person doesn't live in a house that looks like this, where everything's so aesthetically pleasing and matchy. You know what I'm saying? And perfectly clean. Their house is essentially a set, right? It's not a house. It's not like a normal house. It has become a set. And that's what a lot of these people are doing. A lot of these influencers, especially the family vloggers, which those people just get me on a whole new level. Because I'm like, it's one thing to talk about, your kids and give people updates, because I know that, your followers care about your kids and everything and your family. But, like, kids can't consent. That's the difference. Your kids can't consent to being put out, to their business being put out on the internet. So, I'm neurotic about my floors because I have a dog. I resigned to the fact that I have a dog and I'm not going to have perfectly clean floors. Like, I can't keep up with it. And not just a dog, a husband and a kid who fucking just track dirt in the house. It's like dirt is a magnet. You could tell where they walk the most because there's literally like sand just like falls off of them. I'm like, I swear to God, I'm like, do you guys just roll in dirt? Like, I'll look at the stairs and I'll be like, there's sand on the stairs. Like, we're not living on a beach. Why is there sand on the stairs? Like, I don't know. I think it's from my husband when he comes home from work, because he always has like sand in his boots or something. I mean, even in my washing machine, after I, clean his clothes and I take the lint out, there's sand in the lint. And I'm like, are you at the beach during the day? But he's like laying in dirt, doing pipes and stuff. So, but yeah, now we do have the spice drawer, but it's the only thing in common with this lady. My husband and daughter spend so much time cooking together. Like people have spice drawers. I'm just saying, to have it that organized and have your whole house that organized, like, God bless you. I wish I could do that, but I'm sorry. I don't have a drawer to dedicate to spices. I have a cabinet and like a half a shelf that has spices on it. Plus, I don't really cook that much, so it wouldn't make sense for me to have that drawer, because I fucking don't like cooking that much. But, and if you're way into cooking, like, I'm sure you find space for shit like that. But I'm just like, these people with these restock videos that have like all these fancy containers for all their food and everything's perfect, and they're creating a standard of life that is, not everybody could achieve. And don't feel bad if you can't, because normal people put cereal in the Captain Crunch box and just shove it in the cabinet, dude. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you shouldn't be looked down upon because you can't afford to, restock your fridge like that, or put your cabinets, take everything out of its original package and put it in these nice aesthetic looking clear, containers, because it's just not realistic. And you don't have to do that. Like, some things are good to repackage, but you don't need to. Your laundry room, right? There's nothing wrong with the plastic recyclable container that your Tide comes in. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. You don't need to fill up fancy vessels, and pumps for your laundry detergent. Like, to me, that shit is just overboard. Yeah, does it look nice? Great. I mean, but it's a little much. I mean, at the end of the day, do whatever makes you happy. My point in saying all this is that don't feel bad if you can't do it, If you can and you want to, great. But don't buy into this fake standard that they're selling us on social media, that is what we're supposed to be striving for in life, like trying to make this perfect life. Because I've realized the more people on social media go out of their way to make their lives look perfect, more likely than not, the less perfect their lives are, And it just, it's just unrealistic. And I'm sorry, but I have to let the dog back in because he's barking and he's going to drive my neighbors crazy. So, give me a moment. I thought I saw a school bus. I was like, what? What on earth is going on? So yeah, I mean, that's basically all I was trying to get across here. I'm not trying to shame people who do this. I'm just saying, for the people who don't do it or can't do it, don't watch these videos. Obviously do what you want, but I'm just saying, I know that sometimes I watch these videos and I'm like, it almost makes me feel bad about myself, because I'm like, oh my God, my house doesn't look like this. Like, you start watching these videos and you start thinking to yourself, like, it almost gives you not like a complex, but you watch us and you're like, oh, I wish my house looked like that. Like, you get kind of jealous in a sense, or I don't know the exact feeling I'm trying to explain, but you start feeling like down a little bit about your own life. You're like, oh, my house doesn't look like that. It never will. And the reality is, like, it doesn't have to look like that. Like, you're gonna be okay if your house doesn't look like that. You're not gonna you're not gonna die if your house isn't perfectly organized every day like that. Like, I always used to tell my best friend, because her house probably looks like that, because she was just born an organized person and I wasn't. And I always used to go to like her house and be like, how do you do this? Like, how do you organize the way you do? Because I can't do it. She's very like minimal. She doesn't have like a lot of stuff, but then again, she doesn't have like hobbies and stuff, which for me is what takes up a lot of room in my house. But you know what I'm saying? Like, she just manages to keep everything so organized, and I can't. And it's always one of like my downfalls in life is that I am horrible at organization. So, you know, then you watch these videos and they're constantly being pushed in your face, and you're like, oh my God, I just suck at life. Like, that's what it comes down to. So, but you don't suck at life if you're not perfect. Yeah, exactly. They have curated lives for content. That's exactly what it is. That's not reality. And it's like, it makes me sad when I look in the comments and I see other people feeling bad about their lives, because I'm like, don't feel bad about your life, because this isn't reality. These people are getting paid. They have sponsorships. You know, the rest of us can't afford to switch our dog's furniture out every week, which is just insane to me. You know, and these playpens, and have like the gates change colors every 2 days, you know? That's not normal, dude. You know, that's not normal life. But to people that are watching it, some people might think. But what scares me more is that kids are going to grow up thinking that this is how life is supposed to be. Because I know there's so many times I have to tell my son, like, no, that's only on YouTube. Like, that's fake. Like, that's not really how that person lives. Maybe we could send that lady to Cluminati's house to clean her toilet. I still never saw this woman's toilet. I've heard about this woman's toilet. I've never seen it. Because I don't watch any of these people. I don't know what her toilet looks like. But I heard it's dirty. I heard it's dirty. Why are you even showing your toilet on YouTube, dude? Not for nothing, but like, why does YouTube need to see your toilet? Fucking weird. I am so glad I stay away from that fucking, you know, little sector, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I was going to say edge of the community, but does that even make sense? I don't even know. Like, it sounds so fucking messy over there. Is so fucking messy that I am more than happy to not partake in that fucking part of the community. I'm good, dude. There's too much drama going on. No thank you. No thanks. But anyway, okay, I am going to go eat because I'm starving. I feel like I end every live saying that I'm starving, and you guys probably think I'm like stuffing my face all day, but reality is I barely eat, but I'm just hungry right now. It's the grossest thing you ever seen. The bowl is black. Ew, it was shown by accident when a guy was taking a drug test. Why was a guy taking a drug test in their bathroom, can I ask? What the fuck, dude? Like, why are you filming that? That's even weirder. That just made it all the more weird. Why are we showing that on the internet? Why? Your art is exquisite. You don't need to be organized. Your talent is good. Well, thank you, but I really do need to get a little more organized, you know. It wouldn't hurt, okay? It wouldn't hurt. I'm just bad with, it's executive function, and it is not my, and I take measures to try to get better, but it doesn't always work. So, but you know, one day, maybe if I ever decide to take ADHD medication, I'll actually be able to get organized. I don't think it's going to help, so that's why I never took it, but maybe it will. I don't know. I never tried it. Maybe I could call Laura and ask her if I could borrow some of her Adderalls. Just kidding. Anyway, all right, I'm going to go eat something. I am so hungry, and I will see you guys sometime, you know, soon, I'm sure. I'm making a video, and I don't know if anybody's going to be really interested in it, but I might post it anyway. I filmed, you know, my whole process of making my earrings and stuff. So I might be posting that later or tomorrow whenever I get around to like editing the rest of it. But and other than that, I don't know. I will see you guys sometime soon. All right. Have a great day. Stay cool because it's so fucking hot. All right. I'll see you guys later.